And hello again, baseball fans, and welcome to Story Field here on the campus of Lower Columbia College.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome
Washington,
to Lower Columbia
as the NWAC Baseball Championships has reached the final Monday of the tournament. The Northwest Athletic Conference Baseball Champion will be determined today, as it's LCC and Yakima Valley College to play here in game number 14. Lower Columbia comes in as the only unbeaten team here in the NWAC Baseball Championships. So if the Red Devils win this ball game at 12:05, they will defend their championship. But if Yakima Valley wins the ball game, they'll have another one set for approximately 3:35. Again, Lower Columbia, the defending 2017 NWAC champions, and Yakima Valley, the 2016 NWAC champions. The Red Devils started the tournament with a 7-2 win over Everett on Thursday evening, followed up with a 10-3 win over Spokane on Friday, edged Yakima Valley 3-2 Saturday, and then stopped Edmonds yesterday by a score of 3-1. For the Yaks, they began the tournament with a 6-4 win over Lane. They then moved on to play Edmonds and defeated them by a score of 2-0. Lost to Lower Columbia, as we mentioned, by a score of 3-2. And then yesterday, that game losing to Lower Columbia is on Saturday. Then yesterday eliminated the Spokane Sasquatch by a score of 5-4. So it's Lower Columbia and Yakima Valley here in game number 14 of the NWAC Baseball Championships. Before this ball game gets underway, all members of both teams are being introduced. Red Devils come in as the West #1 team with a 35-7 record. Yakima Valley is the East #1 squad. Its record is 44-10. Now get a look here on Devil Vision as you see the starters being introduced for head coach Eric Lane's West Region champions. Here is the starting lineup as Lower Columbia will be the visitors in this ball game. Kyle Sandstrom will lead off. He is the center fielder. To be followed by J.T. Strickler. Strickler is a designated hitter, batting second today. Sam Trend Beacom is the first baseman. He'll hit third. Following him will be Ricky Muzzy. Muzzy batting fourth. He is a shortstop. Noah Andrews is the right fielder today for the Red Devils. He is hitting fifth. He'll be followed by Hunter Cook. Cook hitting sixth. He is the second baseman. Batting seventh today for Lower Columbia in game #1 will be Blaze Arcano. Arcano is the left fielder. At third base this afternoon for the Red Devils will be Deshaun Johnson. Johnson batting eighth, and he'll be the third baseman. And batting ninth this afternoon for Lower Columbia will be Chase Hodkinson. Hodkinson is the catcher for Lower Columbia today. And on the mound for the Red Devils will be Jared Aiken. Aiken on the season. Well, first we'll look at his tournament numbers. Here on the tournament, he has pitched one game. He was a starter, went 5 1/3 innings in that ball game, and he did pick up the win and has an ERA of 5.06. So there's the starting lineup for the Lower Columbia Red Devils. Now the Yakima Valley Yaks being introduced, as well as their non-starters will come out and they'll line up along the third base line, and their stars will be introduced as well. We'll start with Cole McKenzie. McKenzie will lead off for the Yaks. He is the center fielder. He'll be followed by Tanner Parker. Parker batting second. He is a shortstop. Johnny Sage is hitting third for Yakima Valley today. He is the left fielder. Cleanup hitter is the designated hitter, Zach Inskeep. So Inskeep is the designated hitter hitting fourth. Tyler Detloff is the right fielder, bats fifth. He'll be followed by the first baseman, Bryce Beck. Beck hitting sixth at first base. Seventh hitter today for Yakima Valley will be Kyle Harvey. Harvey is at third base and will be followed by the catcher, Jake Kirchhoff. Kirchhoff is the catcher hitting eighth, and batting ninth for Yakima here this afternoon will be Tyler Nixon. Nixon is the second baseman for the Yaks, and the acting head coach for the Yaks here this afternoon, Case Ulrich. And starting on the mound for the Yaks here this afternoon will be Matt Driver. Driver today has appeared in one game. He has pitched 3 innings. He won that ball game and has not had an earned run scored against him. For the Red Devils, their assistant coaches are Ian Sanderson and Ryan Littlefield. And for the Yaks, Riley Drogensen and Tyler Von Drasek. And Tyler Von Drasek is an RA Long graduate, so welcome home to Tyler Von Drasek. And now, before this ball game gets underway, we will have our national anthem as the umpires will walk on out.
Ladies and
with the young lady.
This time, would you please rise?
And
Gentlemen, remove your
here
caps.
is the national anthem.
Prior to our national anthem on this Memorial Day, please join in a moment of silence in memory of those who have given their lives in service to our great country. Thank you. And now we honor America with the singing of the national anthem by Lower Columbia College student and softball team member, Sarah Potwin.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
There's the national anthem, and this Memorial Day and the pageantry of a Memorial Day game is always something special. So it's Lower Columbia and Yakima Valley for the NWAC Baseball Championship. This game also broadcasts locally here on 101.5 The Wave. So we're going to take a 60-second break. We'll get ready for the first pitch as Lower Columbia gets ready to take on Yakima Valley, and have more of the pregame show after this 1-minute timeout.
I am strong.
I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination.
Confidence.
I trust my gut.
No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication.
Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
Be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
I remember the moment clearly.
I'll never forget that moment.
As long as I live.
I realized at that moment, when we first saw the damage, these people really needed us. And I was going to make a difference, right here in my community. Together with local responders, we cleared trees and collapsed walls. We had to get to the family trapped beneath. As a citizen soldier, I made a difference.
Be there for your community at NationalGuard.com.
LCC has definitely prepared me to transfer to Oregon State because it's helped me with my study skills. I'm a much harder worker than I was in high school.
I had a great support base by the staff, and I've made some great friends that I think I'll carry on with my life.
I've definitely loved my classes. I've learned a lot. It's been a healthy environment.
Don't be afraid to branch out. The people here are awesome. I'm going to be in it for a while, but down the road I'll be finishing up and be ready to join the workforce.
We are neighbors, helping neighbors through a tradition of service with more than 6,000 citizen soldiers. This comprise our ranks throughout Washington State. Guardsmen faithfully safeguard lives and property at home and abroad. National Guard soldiers and readiness centers are an integral part of Washington State's communities and will continue to be for generations to come. Learn more about the Washington National Guard. Visit NationalGuard.com or call 1-800-GO-GUARD. And Yakima will be the home team in this contest. The Yaks the East Division champions. I mentioned a 44-10 record, and the Red Devils come in with a 35-7 record. They are the West #1 team, and again, they are the defending Northwest Athletic Conference champions. Our officials here today, the umpires, Chris Claflin is behind the plate. At first baseman is Ken Diber. Tyler Schmidt is at second, and Jim Clifford is at third. So four-man crew here for one, perhaps two ball games. If Lower Columbia can win, they repeat as NWAC champions. If the Yaks win, then we'll play a second game somewhere around 3:35, and then we'll have a winner-take-all in that contest. Take a look there at Matt Driver taking his last pitch for the Yaks, and we're about ready to get this ball game underway. Down the left field line, it's 306 feet. Down the left field line, 342 feet to left center field, 387 to center. You have to hit a home run over the top of the barn in center field. 354 to right center field, and down the right field line, 326 feet. Kyle Sandstrom will lead off for Lower Columbia as we get ready to get this baseball game underway. Here comes the first pitch, and that is a fastball, misses, ball one. So the first pitch comes at 12:06, and we are ready to go. Sandstrom, Strickler, and Beacom. And the next pitch, strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike on Kyle Sandstrom. Sandstrom from Ferndale, up here in the northwest corner of the state. Here comes the 1-1 pitch, and that is low and inside for ball two. Ferndale, probably one of its more famous residents in Jake Locker, the former University of Washington quarterback. Here's a 2-1 pitch. That one's at the knees for strike two. Played, I believe, 4 years with the Titans and said just lost interest in the game and retired. So now he has a farm up there and is enjoying life. Good for him. Got out of the game before the game hurt him. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a line drive. Caught at third base. And Harvey makes the catch. And Sandstrom lines out for the first out of the ball game. Hit hard by Sandstrom, but right at Kyle Harvey. He makes the catch. And Sandstrom is retired for out number one. JT Strickler will come to the plate now. Strickler this afternoon is a designated hitter. First pitch to him is a fastball, strike one. No balls and a strike on Strickler. Driver is ready. Here's the next pitch. Off speed, catches the corner, strike two. No balls and 2 strikes on Strickler. Strickler from Meridian, Idaho. As he steps on in, the right-handed batter. Here's Driver's next pitch, and that's outside for ball one. 1 ball and 1 strike on Strickler. Driver ready. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Curveball, swing, and a fly ball. Hit into left field, not going anywhere. Sage is there. He makes the catch for the second out of the inning. A lazy fly ball to left field, and Johnny Sage there to make a catch. 2 up, 2 down here for Lower Columbia. Here in the top of the first inning, no score. Sam Trend Beacom, the first baseman, will step on in now, the number 3 hitter for Lower Columbia, and the first pitch to him is low and away, ball one. 1 ball, no strikes on Beacom. Beacom, one of the 2 Australians on the Lower Columbia team. Here's the next pitch he's taking. That's a little inside for ball two. 2 balls and no strike. Both he and Hawkinson from Melbourne, Australia. Here's a 2-0 pitch. Swing and a bouncing ball up the middle into left center field for a base hit. So Beacom just punches it up the middle, and Lower Columbia has his first base runner of the ball game. A 2-out single by Sam Trend Beacom with 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. Got to bring to the plate Ricky Muzzy. Muzzy, the shortstop this afternoon for Lower Columbia. He is from Freeland, Washington, the sophomore. First pitch to him, fastball, takes upstairs, ball one. 1 ball, no strikes on Muzzy. Muzzy, a South Whidbey High School graduate. Up there, the Camino Island area. Here's the next pitch, swing, fouled away. And the count at 1 ball and 1 strike on Muzzy. Crowd filtering on in here at Story Field on a pleasant early afternoon day. Not too warm, not too cold. Temperature in the mid-60s. As Driver will work from the stretch again. Here's a pitch, strike two. Actually, it's 66 degrees down, a mostly cloudy day. We're expecting a high of about 67, so about reached the maximum here today. But again, good weather. A lot of people in their short sleeve shirts. Most of the players as well. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Muzzy. Here's a pitch, swing, popped up, right side. Foul territory, long run for the first baseman and the right fielder, and goes into the bullpen, and the count stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Get a look there at Beacom. Will now trot back to first base. Defensively, Johnny Sage is in left field. Cole McKenzie is a center fielder. Tyler Detloff is in right. Kyle Harvey is the third baseman. Tanner Parker is at short. Tyler Nixon at second, and Bryce Beck at first. Here's the next pitch. Curveball, high, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Behind the plate is Jack Kirchhoff, and on the mound once again for Yakima is Matt Driver. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the number 4 hitter for the Red Devils, Ricky Muzzy. Driver, the right-handed pitcher. Runner takes his lead at first base. Here's a pitch, another curveball, and again a bit inside for ball 3. So Muzzy has worked the count full on Driver and allow Beacom a chance to get a running start here on the pitch. Oh, perhaps a ball hit into the gap might score Beacom from first. Here goes the runner. The pitch swung on, popped up, right field. Tyler Detloff in, he makes the catch, and the inning is over. After half an inning of play, your score, the Red Devils nothing, Yakima coming to bat.
I'm Danny Horton, and I'm an STCU member. The windstorm of 2015, who doesn't remember that? Had no power, were the heaters, the horse drop was a 600-pound block of ice. STCU stepped up. I went straight down. I got the loan I needed. If it hadn't been for STCU and the ability to provide everything I needed, where would I have been? I'm Danny Horton, and STCU is here for good.
Nestled within tall trees and beautiful buildings, Pierce College has established itself as a national leader in improving student success. With 2 main campuses in Puyallup and Fort Steilacoom, and satellite campuses on Joint Base Lewis-McChord, Pierce College strives to create quality educational opportunities to help students realize their possibilities. As we celebrate 50 years in the community, Pierce College is proud to offer more than 60 programs of study with a fit for you, your life, your schedule, and your dream. Find your path, start at Pierce College today, and realize your possibilities. Visit pierce.ctc.edu.
Be sure to check out the NWAC on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram for all the latest NWAC news. Also visit nwacsports.org for the most recent information on schedule, scores, stats, and more. Cole McKenzie will step up to lead off for the Yaks here in the bottom of the first inning as they face Jared Aiken. And he takes the first pitch, misses for ball 1. McKenzie, Parker, and Sage due up for Yakima Valley here in the bottom half of the first inning. Here comes a 1-0 pitch. Swing, popped up, out of play behind us, and the count 1 ball and 1 strike on McKenzie. McKenzie from Billings, Montana. A long ways to go. East side of the state over there. It was a long ways away. Here's a 1-1 pitch, and that fastball is upstairs for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike on McKenzie. McKenzie, the sophomore, left-handed batter. Comes a 2-1 pitch, swing, fouled away again. And they count at 2 balls and 2 strikes on McKenzie. Blaze Arcano is in left field for LCC, Kyle Sandstrom in center, and Noah Andrews in right as McKenzie steps back in. Here comes a 2-2 pitch, that fastball away for ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes on the leadoff hitter. Deshaun Johnson is the third baseman. Ricky Muzzy, the shortstop. Hunter Cook is at second. Sam Trent Beacom is at first, and the next pitch fouled away again, and the count remains full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Chase Hodgkinson behind the plate, and on the mound, Jared Aiken. Aiken ready. Here comes a 3-2 pitch. Swing, foul back to the screen again. And the count stays full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Some baseballs delivered to our home plate umpire. Again, when I was talking to Kirk Rowland earlier, I just asked him how many baseballs they use here. As you know, Kirk, the athletic director, Lower Columbia. Comes a 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And McKenzie fans for the first out of the inning. McKenzie is down. Aiken's his first strikeout of the ball game. They'll bring to the plate Tanner Parker. Also the sports director here at KLOG, cooking in the wave. He bought 240 baseballs for this tournament. So he's hoping not to go through all of them, that's for sure. Here's the first pitch to the batter, Parker, and he swings, fouls it away, strike 1. No balls and a strike on Tanner Parker. Parker from Spokane, a sophomore, left-handed hitter. Aiken is ready. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That fastball way outside for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike on Tanner Parker. Here's the next pitch, curveball, and that misses down, ball 2. Parker from Ferris High School in Spokane. Remember right there, nicknames the Saxons. Comes a 2-1 pitch, swing, bounce foul. So I like, got some great nicknames here. Only now you've got the Yaks and the Red Devils left. You had the Sasquatch with Spokane and also the Lynn Benton Roadrunners. So I had great mixture of nicknames here. Here comes a 2-2 pitch. Curveball, misses outside for ball 3. Lynn Benton, which came in with the very impressive, in fact incredible 30-game winning streak. Here's the 3-2 pitch, swing and a ground ball hit to the first baseman. Trent Beacom has it, trots to the bag. Parker's out for the second out of the inning. 2 up, 2 down here for Yakima in the bottom of the first. LCC nothing, Yakima nothing. That'll bring to the plate Johnny Sage. Again, Lynn Benton was bouncing 2 as Spokane got him 4-3 on day 1, and then Everett eliminated the Roadrunners 2-1. So on this Memorial Day weekend, out in 2 in the barbecue. And they're probably barbecuing today. First pitch off speed, misses, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on the number 3 hitter, Sage. Aiken ready. Here comes a 1-0 pitch, and that curveball is low, and the count is 2 balls and no strikes. And the Sasquatch made it to yesterday, and then were sent home. Ball hit on a backhanded stop there by the shortstop. Sands throws off the bag, and safe at first base is Sage. That'll be an infield base hit as a 1-hopper hit by Sage to the right of Muzzy. He's able to backhand it, got up, makes the throw, but it was offline, and I think Sage would have beat it anyway, so he'll be credited with a base hit. First hit of the ball game for the Yaks. That'll bring to the plate Zach Inskeep. Inskeep, the designated hitter. And as I mentioned, one of the great nicknames, here's the Yaks. And they're still in the tournament as they're playing for the championship. First pitch to Inskeep, fastball, outside corner, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike on the Yak cleanup hitter. And these 2 teams have won more NWAC championships than anybody else. Comes the 0-1 pitch, curveball, a little bit inside, ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. LCC looking to claim its 13th NWAC baseball championship. Yakima Valley with a couple of wins will grab its 11th. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Swing and a line drive into the gap. It's center field. That will go all the way to the wall. The second base goes Sage. He's on the way to third. He is rounding third. He is heading for home. There will be no throw, and Yakima leads by a score of 1-0. A drive by Inskeep into the gap into left center field, rolled all the way to the wall, and Sage with the good speed, able to score easily as there's no throw to the plate, and Yakima jumps out on top by a score of 1-0 on the RBI double by Zach Inskeep. That'll bring to the plate the right fielder for the Yaks, Tyler Detloff. And down at second base is Inskeep. Here's the first pitch. Fastball is high, ball one. 1 ball, no strikes on Detloff. And these two teams played Saturday, and Yakima Valley fell short by a run. Here's the next pitch, chopped down the third base line, foul, as LCC defeated the Yaks 3-2. And then forced Yakima to win one yesterday to get into today's contest, and they have. Aiken ready from the stretch, 1-1 pitch, swing, popped foul, out of play. The count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes on Detloff. Detloff from the Tri-Cities, Kennewick area. Went to Kennewick High School. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing at a ground ball up the middle. Pass a diving Muzzy into center field for a base hit. On his way home is Inskeep. The ball throw, and it's 2-0 Yakima. Inskeep scores easily as Detloff rams it up the middle for a single. Picks up the RBI. And the Yaks jump out early as a slow roller gets past Muzzy into center field, and the ball bobbled out in center for a moment. Still wouldn't have mattered because I don't think they would have had Inskeep anyway. And now it's 2-0 Yakima. 2 runs on 3 hits here in the bottom half of the second inning. That'll bring to the plate Bryce Beck. Beck, the first baseman for the Yaks, left-handed hitter. Detloff will take his lead. Here's the first pitch, swinging a soft line drive into right center field. That'll fall for a base hit. Played on a hop by Andrews as Beck just punches it into right field. And 3 consecutive base hits now for the Yaks, and they have runners at first and second. Bryce Beck swinging on the pitch, and actually has 4 consecutive base hits for Yakima Valley. He's start with an infield hit by Sage, then the double by Inskeep, and now consecutive singles by Detloff and Beck. That'll bring to the plate now the number 7 hitter, Kyle Harvey. Runner at second, Detloff takes his lead. And Aiken's first pitch shows the bunt and went after it, came up empty, strike 1. Harvey, a bit of a surprise there with a 2-out bunt attempt as Deshaun Johnson was back deep. Now he'll move up a step or so. And Aiken will work from the stretch. Here's a pitch, curveball swing, a line drive foul. Down the third base line, and quickly hitting the count now is Aiken. No balls, 2 strikes, but Yakima struck first here in the bottom of the first inning with a pair of runs and leads the Devils 2-0. Aiken from the stretch. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fastball, strike 3 called, and Harvey strikes out to end the inning. But the Yaks pick up a couple of runs, and after 1 full inning of play, Yakima 2, LCC nothing.
Ready for a new adventure? Study at Douglas College in Vancouver, Canada. Take a post-degree program and launch your career, or prepare to study at top Canadian universities. Become eligible for a 3-year work visa with a 2-year program. Choose success. Choose Douglas College.
Noah Andrews will lead off for the Red Devils here in the top of the second inning, to be followed by Hunter Cook and Blaze Arcano. 2-0 Yakima, and the first pitch from Driver, strike one. No balls and a strike on Andrews. Andrews, the right fielder for the Red Devils here. See how Driver handles the 2-run lead. Next pitch hit to Beck. Beck will flip to the covering pitcher, Driver, for the out. Beck wasn't that far from the base. He backhanded, but Driver on the way over, he flips it to him, and we've got one out. I'll bring to the plate Hunter Cook. Hunter Cook is the number 6 hitter here today, as he'll play second base for the Red Devils. The left-handed batter, he will step on in to face Driver, and he takes the first pitch for a strike. Again, Driver has appeared in one game, pitched 3 innings, and has an ERA of 0.00, staked to a 2-run lead after 1 inning of play. Next pitch, swing, fouled away and out of play. And the count, no balls and 2 strikes on Hunter Cook. Cook from Redmond, a freshman. Left-handed hitter, crowds the inside of the batter's box. Here's the pitch, and it misses outside for ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Cook. Arcano waits on deck for the Red Devils. Driver ready. Here is the 1-2 pitch, and that curveball again outside. Ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Going to be interesting to see how long pitchers will be able to last today, as we're down to the final day of the tournament. Arms might be a little tired. Here's the next pitch. Check swing. Did he go? They'll check. Strike 3. Cook couldn't hold up, and he strikes out for the second out of the inning. Pitch on the outside edge, and for Driver, that is his first strikeout of the ball game. That'll bring up to the plate the left fielder for Lower Columbia today, Blaze Arcano. Arcano, right-handed hitter, facing the right-handed pitcher, and he takes the first pitch and he punches it foul for strike 1. No balls and a strike on Arcano. Arcano from Hawaii, Iwa Beach, Hawaii. Here's the 0-1 pitch, fastball, misses outside for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike on Arcano. Takes the deep breath, calls for a moment of time, now steps back in. Driver is ready. Here's the 1-1 pitch, swing and foul back to the screen, and the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Infield plays him back deep, and the outfield will shade him towards right. As with 2 strikes, defense feels Arcano cannot get around on a fastball. Here comes a 1-2 pitch. Fastball way outside, ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Arcano. Deshaun Johnson awaits on deck if the inning is kept alive by Arcano. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Curveball, swing, bounce, foul. And count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Arcano. Again, the crowd arrived late, but it's done a good job. Filled up the ball yard pretty well here this afternoon. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Curveball, swing, bounced into the dugout. And the count is 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, all right, we've got a problem apparently here. We're going to have to fix that. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Hit down the third base line. Charged there by Harvey. Throws the first in time, and Arcano is out for the 3rd out of the inning. After 1.5 innings of play, it's Yakima 2, Lower Columbia nothing.
I'm strong. I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination. Confidence.
I trust my gut.
No limits.
preparation,
dedication,
leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
join the movement.
There is no obstacle an engineer can't tackle, build around, or blow up. Skilled and versatile, these soldiers pave the way, building fortifications, detecting and destroying mines, or restoring electricity after a natural disaster. Nothing stands in the way of a guard engineer.
Bottom of the second we go. Yakima on top of Lower Columbia by a score of 2-0. And the Yaks come to the plate, and up first is Jake Kirchhoff. And he takes the first pitch high for ball one. 1 ball, no strikes on Kirchhoff. It'll be followed by Nixon, then back to the top of the order. Here's the next pitch from Aiken, and it misses for ball two. 2 balls and no strikes on Kirchhoff. Aiken's ready. Here's the next pitch, shows the bunt, and he takes it low for ball 3. 3-0 now on Kirchhoff. Kirchhoff, another Kennewick product, takes a pitch high, ball 4, and a 4-pitch walk, as Kirchhoff will trot on down to first. The first walk of the ball game given up by Aikens. That'll bring up Tyler Nixon. Nixon, the second baseman. You've got to feel that it's going to be bunting here, as Deshaun Johnson is expecting the same thing for Lower Columbia, the third baseman, at the cut of the grass. Nixon already shows the bunt, pushes it foul. So no balls and a strike on Nixon. Yakima leading Lower Columbia by a score of 2-0 here in the bottom of the second with nobody out, and trying to get a runner in scoring position in the top of the order. Now the third baseman Johnson inside the grass, and this time pulls the bat back, and the pitch misses low for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike on Nixon. Aiken is ready. Here's the next pitch, and he bunts it back towards Aiken, and he will go to first, underhands it there, and out at first base is Nixon. But the sacrifice is successful, as Aiken has to field it, and down to second base goes Kirchhoff. So Yakima Valley has a runner at second base with 1 out. And as a financial cooperative founded by teachers, STCU is happy to support the students of the community colleges of Washington. You can join our not-for-profit credit union if you live, work, attend school, or worship anywhere in Washington. And the first pitch to Cole McKenzie is high, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on McKenzie. McKenzie, the center fielder, struck out in his first at bat in the second inning. Aiken from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Swing popped up, and that will go out of play. And they count it 1 ball and 1 strike on McKenzie. McKenzie this season, here in the tournament, batting .214. And here's the 1-1 pitch that misses outside for ball 2. Got 3 hits and 14 at bats, all singles, but he's walked 4 times. He's gotten on fairly well for the leadoff hitter. And here's the 2-1 pitch, swing popped up and out of play. And the count 2 balls and 2 strikes now on McKenzie. Tanner Parker awaits on deck for Yakima Valley. The left-handed hitting McKenzie against the right-hander Aiken. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and that might have hit him. Yeah, it did. Got him on the elbow, and McKenzie is going to go down to first base. So McKenzie hit on the elbow, will go down to first base on the hit by pitch. And now there are runners at first and second for the Yaks, and that'll bring to the plate Tanner Parker. Parker grounded out to the first baseman Beacom in his only at bat. Yakima looking to add on here in the bottom of the second, leading by a score of 2-0. First pitch, fastball, strike 1. No balls and 1 strike on Tanner Parker. Parker hitting at .294 here during the NWAC tournament, has 1 RBI. Here's the next pitch, and that big yacker misses outside for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike on Tanner Parker. Shortstop, compact batting stance. Runners take their leads. Here's the pitch. He's taking all the way, and it misses for ball 2. Catcher Hodkinson held the ball there for a moment, thought he had a strike, didn't get it, and probably now saying something to Chris Claflin as he now looks at the LCC bench and says something to them again. So Aiken behind in the count at 2 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch, swinging a line drive into center field. It will fall for a base hit on his way home. Nope, Kirchhoff will stop at third. It's a throw right on the money by Sandstrom, and the bases are loaded. Well, Kirchhoff got a late jump on the base hit, and he'll go down to third, and Parker has his first base hit of the ball game. Down to second goes McKenzie, and here in the bottom of the second inning, the Red Devils down 2-0, and now Yakima Valley has the bases loaded, and we're going to have a conference out on the mound. So Yakima trying to put some distance between itself and the Red Devils early in the ball game, leading by a score of 2-0. We're neighbors helping neighbors through a tradition of service with more than 6,000 citizen soldiers, which comprise our ranks throughout Washington State. Guardsmen faithfully safeguard lives and property at home and abroad. National Guard soldiers and readiness centers are an integral part of Washington State's communities and will continue to be for generations to come. To learn more about the Washington National Guard, visit nationalguard.com or call 1-800-GO-GUARD. Kirchhoff at third on the walk. McKenzie hit by a pitch, he's out second, and Parker at first on the single. So 2 runs on 5 base hits for Yakima Valley through 1 1/3 innings here in game number 14 of the NWAC Baseball Championships. Now Chris Claflin out there talking to the Red Devils. And I think probably part of it's going to be his strike zone, because they are talking, still talking. Now it's broken up, and they will leave. So the count, or new batter, I mean, Johnny Sage will step to the plate in a 2-0 game. Hit by a pitch and a walk, and now Yakima Valley, after a base hit, has loaded the bases with just 1 out. That'll bring the plate Johnny Sage. Sage, an infield base hit, and a run scored in the first. Runners take their leads, and he takes the first pitch down low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Sage. Sage hitting just 133 here at the NWACs. Here's the next pitch, and he's taking, that's down low, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes on Johnny Sage. So Aiken having problems here in the inning as he's walked 1 and hit a batter, now behind in the count, 2-0. Here's a 2-0 pitch. That one is low, ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes on Sage. Nowhere to put him as the bases are loaded. Yakima already on top by a score of 2-0. Aiken from the stretch again. Here's the 3-0 pitch, and Sage taking all the way, and it's ruled a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike on Johnny Sage. Obviously, LCC would love the inning-ending ground ball double play. We'll see what happens. 3-1 pitch, swinging a line drive into center field. Back on the ball is Sandstrom, is deep enough to allow the runner to tag from third. The ball will go into third, and scoring from third base is Jake Kirchhoff. So Sage drives it to deep center field, far enough to make Sandstrom go back on the ball. It easily allows Kirchhoff to get in, and on the play, McKenzie goes down to third. So runners on first and third now for Yakima Valley, leading by a score of 3-0. That'll bring to the plate the cleanup hitter, the designated hitter, Zach Inskeep. Hodkinson going through his signals. Has already 3 runs on 5 hits for Yakima after 1 2/3 innings of play. And Inskeep will step in. Inskeep, 250 here at the NWAC. First pitch to him, takes the curveball, strike one. No balls, one strike on Zach Inskeep. Infield will now play back. So that forces at second and first. There goes the runner, swung on rather, hit towards the right field line near the bullpen and reaching out. Did he make the catch? Apparently he did. Made the catch. Nice grab by Noah Andrews right by the tarp. I lost track of him. I had to look on the monitor, and he made the catch. And Yakima's retired here in the second inning. Nice grab just as he hit the tarp, and the Yaks are gone here in the second. After 2 complete innings of play, it's Yakima 3 and Lower Columbia nothing.
Nestled within tall trees and beautiful buildings, Pierce College has established itself as a national leader in improving student success. With 2 main campuses in Puyallup and Fort Steilacoom, and satellite campuses on Joint Base Lewis-McChord, Pierce College strives to create quality educational opportunities to help students realize their possibilities. As we celebrate 50 years in the community, Pierce College is proud to offer more than 60 programs of study with a fit for you, your life, your schedule, and your dream. Find your path, start at Pierce College today, and realize your possibilities. Visit pierce.ctc.edu.
The first day of school is kind of scary. You don't know your teachers yet or who your friends will be. But school is really important. It's how you learn things and grow.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're gonna do great, Mommy.
For you, for them, Clark College. Get started today at clark.edu.
I'm Deborah Jackson. I work at STCU. During the windstorm of 2015, we were expecting that members would need any number of things. I was talking with a colleague. It popped into my head that why can't we do something to help offset that cost for our members and our community? So that day we came up with the Get It Fixed loan. Everyone was on board with it. It was done that day. Being part of this community and involved and invested as we are, when we see a need like that, we take the action. I'm Deborah Jackson, and STCU is here for good.
The Red Devils are sending up the 8, 9, and 1 hitters as they are behind Yakima Valley by a score of 3-0. Top of the third inning. Johnson, Hodgkinson, and Sandstrom to face Driver. And the first pitch to Deshaun Johnson is ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes on Johnson. Right-handed batter. Here's the next pitch from Driver. Misses away for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Johnson from Puyallup, a freshman. Comes the 2-0 pitch. He's taking all the way for strike 1. 2 balls and a strike on Johnson. Comes the 2-1 pitch, and that fastball low and away for ball 3. So Johnson ahead in the count. 3 balls and a strike. Deshaun from Emerald Ridge High School up in the Puyallup area. Here comes the 3-1 pitch, and he swings and fouls it away. And the count is at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Driver is ready. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Curveball hit him. But Johnson will go down to first base as he's hit in the back. And that's the first batter hit by Driver here in the ball game. That'll bring to the plate Chase Hodgkinson. Hodgkinson, the number 9 hitter and the catcher, as Lower Columbia finds itself down by a score of 3-0 here in the first championship game. And we're in the top half of the third inning. Hodgkinson, again mentioned from Melbourne, Australia, and he takes the first pitch high and away. Ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes on Hodgkinson. Throw to first base and back safely is Johnson. Here's some chatter now from both benches as Driver will work from the stretch. Runner takes his lead. Here's a pitch. Swing, fouled away. And the count of 1 ball and 1 strike on Hodgkinson. Sandstrom awaits on deck on top of the order for LCC. Hawkinson with a number 25 on his back. Driver from the stretch, another throw to first base, and looked like for a moment Johnson was thinking about going because there's that split second. He kind of froze and then dives back into first base. Count 1-1 on Hawkinson. Again, driver from the stretch. Here's the pitch, swing, fouled back to the screen. The count now 1 ball and 2 strikes on Hodkinson. And if you haven't been to LCC, you know that the turf is just a year old. It was installed last year as an artificial turf. The dirt area is also recycled material. And the ball gets on top of you quickly. And the sliding as well, swinging a ground ball up the middle into center field for a base hit. Hawkinson reaches out and pushes it past the mound and into center field for the base hit. So LCC has runners at first and second with nobody out here in the top half of the third inning, and back to the top of the order and Kyle Sandstrom. Sandstrom today, line drive out to the third baseman Harvey. And LCC with its first threat of the ball game. Runners at first and second and no out, and Sandstrom stands to the plate. Left-handed batter. And driver takes a look back at second, and he'll reset once again. Sandstrom mentioned 0 for 1 today in the tournament, hitting .353, and he takes the first pitch outside and high for ball 1. He has 6 base hits and 17 at-bats, including a triple and 3 RBIs. Oh, he is having a very productive tournament offensively. Here's the next pitch, and he's taking strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Sandstrom. And these two teams met back on Saturday, and LCC eked out a 3-2 win. So that forces Yakima Valley to win 2 to reclaim the NWAC Baseball Championships. Here's a 1-1 pitch, swing, fouled away. And the count now at 1 ball and 2 strikes. And these teams, as we mentioned, very successful at the NWAC Baseball Championships. 12 titles for LCC and 10 for Yakima Valley. As driver work from the stretch. Here's the pitch, check swing, did he go? They will appeal. Nope, they will not appeal. Said he did not go. So the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sandstrom to be followed by a Strickler, and the pitch misses for ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes now on Sandstrom. Runners at first and second, and Lower Columbia trailing by a score of 3-0. Here comes the next pitch. Check swing, misses high and outside for ball 4. Sandstrom had a notion but did not go, and they'll go down to first base. For for driver, his first walk of the ball game. And that'll load the bases up for J.T. Strickler. And if you're LCC, this is one of the guys you want up to the plate, as he's a 2-time West Division MVP, and he's looking to get his team on the board. Clark College of Vancouver, Washington is enrolling for the next quarter. Whether you want to advance your career, complete a degree, or earn your high school diploma, Clark College can help you reach your goals. Visit clark.edu to learn more. So Strickler will step to the plate. And the first pitch from driver is low and away, ball 1. So right now, driver is having a hard time getting his pitches over the plate. There's the next one, swung on, hit into center field. Retreating is McKenzie. Runner will tag from third, the throw into third base, and scoring from third base of the first run is Deshaun Johnson. So Johnson scores on the sacrifice fly as Strickler hits it to center field deep enough to get the run in, and he picks up an RBI, and the Red Devils are on the board. Runners stay, so Hodgkinson stays at second, Sandstrom at first, and that'll bring up Sam Trend Beacom. Beacom a single in the first. He has one of the 2 base hits for Lower Columbia. Driver is ready. First pitch, curveball, hit him in the back. Right between the 2 and the 8, and that's the second hit batter here in the inning. So that reloads the bases as Johnson, who was hit by a pitch to lead off the inning, scored. Hawkinson will go down to third. Sandstrom at second. He reached base on a walk, and Beacom hit by a pitch, and that'll bring to the plate Muzzy. Well, Muzzy with a chance to really make things interesting as he steps to the plate and takes the first pitch outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. He flied out to Detloff and is only at bat back in the first. 3-1 Yakima, top of the third. Here's the next pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike on Muzzy. Muzzy, NWAC's most valuable player last year here at the tournament. Here comes a 1-1 pitch, swing and a line drive into left field. That's a base hit. That will pick up 1 run, and the runner at second will hold there, and it's 3-2. Hawkinson scores from third base. Sandstrom goes down to third. Beacom down to second, and Muzzy with the base hit and the RBI, and it's now 3-2 Lower Columbia. Or Yakima Valley, I mean. Lower Columbia scored 2 runs here in the inning, and that looks like that's going to be it for Driver, and they will pull him. So Driver is going to leave the contest as he goes 2 1/3 innings. He has given up 1, 2, just 3 hits in the ball game. But his problem was he had a couple of batters and walked 1 here in the inning. So he is going to leave with a 3-2 lead. But he's got Sandstrom at third, Beacom at second, and Muzzy at third or at first. So possibility is he could still lose this ball game. So coming on in for Yakima Valley to throw will be Logan Chase. Chase, a freshman from Tumwater, will come in here with 1 out here in the 3rd inning. See if he's appeared in the tournament. Chase in the tournament has pitched twice, 1 2/3 innings, allowed a couple of base hits, struck out 1, an ERA of 0.00. So Chase will come on in, and he will try and stop the Lower Columbia rally as the Devils have put 2 on the board and right now have the bases loaded with just 1 out. 3-2 Yakima here in game number 14 of the NWAC Baseball Championships. LCC wins, it repeats as NWAC champions. If Yakima holds on, then we'll have a game, or this is, game 15 at about 3:35. So Logan Chase has finished his warm-up tosses. He gets final second instructions from Jack Kirchhoff, and coming to the plate will be Noah Andrews. The Devils have scored 2, have the bases loaded. We have just 1 out here in the top of the 3rd inning. Yakima Valley leading by a score of 3-2. Chase will work from the stretch. Here's the first pitch, way outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Andrews. Andrews grounded out in his only at bat, rolled out to the first baseman. Middle infield playing back, the third baseman playing up. Here's the pitch, swing, foul territory, out of play, right field side, and the count 1 ball and 1 strike. So Lower Columbia trying to tie or get ahead as Andrews is at the plate. Chase is ready. Here comes a 1-1 pitch. Check swing, gets past the catcher all the way home, and scoring standing up from third base is Sandstrom. Ball got right past the catcher, and I believe it would be ruled a wild pitch. Wild pitch, allowing the run to score, and we are tied at 3. The other 2 runners advance as well. Beacom now down to 3rd, and Muzzy at 2nd, as Lower Columbia has plated 3 here in the 3rd inning and tied the contest. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike on Andrews. Here comes a 2-1 pitch, curveball, strike 2 called. Just the inside part of the plate. You get a look on Devil Vision there, and Noah Andrews not pleased with that call. So he'll step back in as the count evens out at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's Chase's next pitch, swinging a ground ball, or a soft ground ball, hit foul down the 3rd base line. And the count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. As we expected, a tight contest between these 2 teams. The Yaks jumped out early. Now the Devils have rallied to tie it, have a chance to take the lead with a base hit here. Chase ready. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing a line drive into center field. It will fall for a base hit. It'll pick up 1 run. It's quickly getting the ball in as McKenzie, and Lower Columbia has taken the lead. Beacom scores on the base hit as Andrews puts it right up the middle for the RBI single, and the Red Devils now have the lead by a score of 4-3. 3 hits here in the inning for Lower Columbia. 4 runs now, hit by pitch twice and then a walk, and that has produced 4 runs here for the Red Devils. Now to bring to the plate Hunter Cook. Cook, the 8th batter of the inning for Lower Columbia. He struck out in the 2nd inning. Chase from the stretch. Here's the pitch, swinging a bouncing ball into right field for a base hit. LCC will add a run. Is coming on in from 3rd base is Muzzy, and now the Devils lead by a score of 5-3. Cook, a bouncing ball into right field, picks up the RBI, and down to 2nd base goes Andrews. So Chase has not retired anybody as of yet. He's given up consecutive singles. Now this will be the 9th batter of the inning for Lower Columbia as Orcano will come to the plate. 5 runs on 4 hits here in the inning for LCC, and now leads 5-3. Chase is ready. Here's the pitch, and the curveball inside edge, strike 1. No balls and a strike on Arcano. Arcano at 182 here in the tournament, just 2 out of 11 at the plate. Chase is ready. Here's a pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. Slider outside part, and Arcano not able to put any wood on the ball, and now it's 0-2. Deshaun Johnson will lead off the inning, waits on deck if Arcano can keep the inning alive. No balls, 2 strikes on Arcano. Chase is ready. Here's a pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and Arcano strikes out for the 2nd out of the inning. That is the first strikeout recorded by Logan Chase. And I'll bring up to the plate Deshaun Johnson. Johnson, who started the inning with a hit by pitch, now he will bat for the 2nd time here in the 3rd. 5-3 LCC leads, and he takes the first pitch, and it misses ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Johnson. And Johnson led off the inning, hit by a pitch, and scored the first of 5 runs so far for Lower Columbia, which now leads by a score of 5-3. Chase is ready. Here is a 1-0 pitch, swing and a 1-hopper hit towards the 2nd base, and gloved by Nixon, throws the first in time, and the inning is over. But a great inning for the Lower Columbia Red Devils as the Devils score 5 runs, and after 2.5 innings of play, your score is now Lower Columbia 5, Yakima 3.
Ready for a new adventure? Study at Douglas College in Vancouver, Canada. Take a post-degree program and launch your career, or prepare to study at top Canadian universities. Become eligible for a 3-year work visa with a 2-year program. Choose success. Choose Douglas College.
Okay, we're ready to go. The bottom of the third inning, and after 2, it was 3-0 Yakima. Now we go to the bottom of the third, and it's 5-3 LCC. Tyler Detloff will step up and swings at the second pitch, and that's hit to right field. Retreating on the ball is Andrews, moving towards the line, makes the catch for the first out of the inning. So Detloff flies out for the first out of the bottom of the third. That'll bring to the plate Bryce Beck. Beck today with 1 hit, and he is the first baseman here today. And he'll step on in. He takes the first pitch for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes on Beck. .583 batting average here at the tournament. Swings, pops it up to center field, moving on in is Sandstrom over into left center field, makes the catch for the second out. So 2 up, 2 down now for Yakima Valley here in the bottom of the third inning. That'll bring to the plate Kyle Harvey. Harvey is 0 for 1 today. He struck out back in the first inning of play, caught looking, and for Akins, his only strikeout of the contest. First pitch to him, way outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Kyle Harvey. Harvey in the tournament, 167 batting average, 2 for 12. Here's the next pitch, swing, popped up, foul territory, and that'll get out of play. And the count is at 1 ball and 1 strike. And we mentioned that the turf here at Lower Columbia is artificial, second season. The dirt infield is also recycled material. The reason they, I think, made it this way is because A, cost effective. Here's the 1-1 pitch taking all the way. And B, there's a ton of games played here. This is the home for Lower Columbia College, obviously. West Coast League Cowlitz Black Bears play here as well. Comes a 1-2 pitch, that curveball, check swing, fouled away, and the count remains at 1-2. They play approximately 30-35 games a year here. Their season starts Thursday. And then the Babe Ruth World Series will be played here this year. It is August 9th, I believe, for 15-year-olds. There's the next pitch, swing, fouled away again. The count stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Then there's numerous high school games played here, Legion games. So this field gets a lot of use here. And so it was a smart investment by LCC to put in the turf. Here's the next pitch, fouled back to the screen again. 1 ball and 2 strikes. However, when you first come to it and you round the bases, a lot of times you'll see some of the kids slip. They'll slide past the bags because it seems for some reason it's like skipping a rock on water. You pick up speed. Here's a 1-2 pitch, swing, popped up. Right side, the second baseman coming out, and Hunter Cook will make the catch, and that'll end the inning for Yakima Valley here in the third. After 3 innings of play, your score, Lower Columbia 5, Yakima 3.
I am strong. I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination. Confidence.
I trust my gut.
No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication.
Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
Be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
Soldiers in the Guard's intelligence field gather information on the enemy using a variety of tactics. Scanning foreign communications, conducting interrogations, and debriefing friendly contacts, all while delivering and coordinating data to help allies on the battlefield or stop civil emergencies. The enemy can't hide from Guard intelligence.
LCC sent 10 batters to the plate in the third inning. So now we go to the top of the fourth as the Devils have the 5-3 lead. And coming up to the plate will be Chase Hodkinson. Takes the first pitch from Logan Chase for strike one. No balls and a strike on Hodkinson. Steps out, and now Chase will have to reset. Hodkinson at 182 here in the tournament. During the year, a better batting average than that, 250. Here comes the 0-1 pitch, and that's called strike two. No balls and two strikes on Hodkinson. Chase in relief, Matt Driver, who went 2 1/3 innings, allowed 5 runs all earned on 3 base hits, walked 1, struck 1, and I believe he hit 2 batters. So it's up to Logan Chase to keep the Lower Columbia bats in check, and the ball hit him. Just nicked Hodkinson, and he'll walk on down to first base. Must have just barely touched him because Jack Kirchhoff caught the baseball. We'll take a look here from the center field camera. He set up inside, and must have just nicked his elbow as he walks away, and you see Kirchhoff looking at the home plate umpire saying, "Are you sure?" And now Case Ulrich coming down, or Cash Ulrich coming down to talk. Looked like it hit his right elbow. It was so hard to see, even in slow motion, if they'd catch it or not. Yeah, might have. We might have a review. Unless they're saying perhaps he stuck his elbow out to be hit. If that's the case, then it's a dead ball. And the count is 0-2 right now, and then the count will go to 1-2. So we will have a video review. We are neighbors helping neighbors through a tradition of service with more than 6,000 citizen soldiers, which comprise our ranks throughout Washington State. Guardsmen faithfully safeguard lives and property at home and abroad. National Guard soldiers and readiness centers are an integral part of Washington State's communities and will continue to be for generations to come. Learn more about the Washington National Guard. Visit nationalguard.com or call 1-800-GO-GUARD. We're having a video review right now to see if maybe Hodkinson extended that right arm to get hit by a pitch. And if they rule he did, it'll be a dead ball, and it'll be ball 1 and 2 strikes instead of a hit by pitch and down to first. So we've seen one replay here on Devil Vision. We'll see if we can get another look for you looking online and see if you can determine if he stuck his elbow out there or not. And they've already made the decision, and apparently he did. He stuck his elbow out, so they're going to bring him back, and the count's going to be 1 ball and 2 strikes. So erase that hit by pitch, which is, like I said, a reason I always work in pencil, because it never fails. Every time you put something in pen, it gets changed. So the count 1 ball and 2 strikes on Hodkinson, as he was ruled to stuck his elbow out to not avoid the pitch, and he'll have to come back to the plate. So Jack Kirchhoff's lobbying ends up being a win for his team. Here comes the pitch and a curveball, and it misses for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, Kirchhoff holds onto the ball for just a moment, so he felt like that was a strike, and the count even at 2-2. Here comes the next pitch, swing. Popped up, left field, out of play. Count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Hodkinson. Again, he singled and scored a run in the third when LCC rallied for 5 runs in the third to take the 5-3 lead. Here's the next pitch, swing, popped up, foul territory again, and out of play. And the count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Hodkinson. Logan Chase in relief, as we mentioned, of Driver, starting his 2nd inning of play. Comes a 2-2 pitch, swing, and another foul ball. That's towards the line and out of play. And the count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And I've been impressed by some of the batters here who've been able to foul off numerous pitches and make the pitchers work more than they want to retire an out. So far, Hodgkinson's fouled off about 3 pitches. Here's the next pitch. He takes it high, ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Hodgkinson. Leadoff hitter for the Devils here in the top of the 4th inning. And his team up 5-3. Here's the pitch, swing, fouled away again. And you hear the applause from the Red Devil fans here as Hodgkinson able to keep fouling pitches off. He'll step back in once again. Logan Chase forced to throw another pitch. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. That misses outside, ball 4. Well, Hodgkinson was hit earlier by a pitch. It was ruled he did not get out of the way, so he works Chase for a leadoff walk here in the top of the 4th inning. And back to the top of the order for Lower Columbia and Kyle Sandstrom. Sandstrom today 0 for 1. Lined out to the third baseman his first at bat, then walked and scored a run back in the 3rd. His run tied the ball game at 3 at the time, and Lower Columbia added a couple more in the 3rd. Runner takes his lead at first, throw over to first base. Hodgkinson back. Hodgkinson, a catcher. Usually they're not blessed with great speed, but we'll see what happens here. Here's the pitch, and he's taking for strike 1. The ball's on a strike on Sandstrom. Again, 353 in the tournament on the year. Can't get much more consistent than that. He's 352 on the season. Oh, the kid knows how to hit the ball. He is ready. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss, and lost control of the bat. It slips off the end of his hand and rolls back towards his teammate Strickler. And the count, no balls and 2 strikes now on Sandstrom. And as I mentioned, these 2 teams have won more championships than all the other ones. The Devils with 12 and the Yaks with 10. Of course, there's 9 of their 10 came early in the tournament. Next pitch, strike 3 called. Sandstrom doesn't like the call, and he is rung up for the first out of the inning. He walks away as Chase records his second strikeout of the ball game. So 1 out here in the top of the 4th. That'll bring to the plate JT Strickler. Yakima won 9 out of 10 championships in the 50s. And then won its last one in 2016. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. As Strickler in the ball game is 0 for 1, flat out to the center or left fielder, and then had a sacrifice fly to center his last at bat. So he's 0 for 1 with an RBI. Now he'll step out. Again, they won 9 out of 10 NWAC championships in the 50. And there was one guy that Dave Andrew and I know fairly well, was the head coach then. All right, named Bobo Brayton. Here's the pitch, swing, bounce slowly towards the third baseman. Charged there by Harvey, throw to first in time, and Strickler's retired for the second out of the inning. Bobo Brayton then went on to Washington State University, had a successful career there. Last time the Cougars went to the College World Series was 1976, and Bobo Brayton was the head coach then. As Sam Trend Beacom steps on up, he is 1 for 1 in the ball game with a single, and he scored a run after he's hit by a pitch in the 3rd. Chase is ready. Here's the first pitch, and that hit him. So he's hit for the 2nd straight time. That one came up and in, hit him in the shoulder, and he'll go down to first base. So runners at first and second now as Hodgkinson goes down to second. That'll bring to the plate Muzzy. Muzzy is 1 for 2 today, flied out to the right fielder, and an RBI single and a run scored in the 3rd. Anyway, Bobo Brayton took the Cougs to the College World Series in '76, last time Washington State's been there. As Chase is ready in the first pitch, and that nearly hit him, got off the glove of Kirchhoff, and it rolled back to the backstop. Pretty sure that's going to be a pass ball because it hit the glove, and it's a pass ball. Hodgkinson down to third, and to second base goes Beacom. And since then, Cougs have kind of struggled in baseball. LCC head coach Kelly Smith, who has his name up on the center field wall was a player for Coach Brayton. Next pitch, high, ball 2. And he coached here successfully for a long time. Won numerous championships as well. He was a Brayton disciple. Chase ready. Here comes a 2-0 pitch. And taking it inside and low is Muzzy for ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes now on Ricky Muzzy. Andrews awaits on deck as LCC looking to add on here, leading by a score of 5-3. Comes a 3-0 pitch, swinging and pops it up into right center field. Moving on over is the right fielder Detloff. He makes the catch, and that retires LCC here in the 4th inning of play. After 3.5 innings of play, the score, Lower Columbia College 5, Yakima 3.
Red Lion Hotels Corporation is built to thrive. With innovative programming and in-the-know staff, our hotel brands offer guests great stays and a chance to immerse in local culture. Red Lion Hotels and Red Lion Inn & Suites are better than ever. For travelers who want to get lost and discover adventure, we open the door to the best local experiences. We have reinvented the loyalty program. Introducing Hello Rewards, the first recognition-based loyalty program that encourages members to go further, fly higher, travel better, with tailor-made rewards. And we're not stopping yet. Presenting Hotel RL, our newest hotel brand. Inspired by the natural beauty of the Pacific Northwest, an uplifting, relaxed atmosphere, a staff that loves what they do. For adventurers at heart, Hotel RL will inspire an amazing journey. Our future has never been brighter. 3 strong brands, an expanding portfolio, industry-leading innovation with turnkey solutions, simple fee structures, areas of protection, continued support from day one. We make partnerships easy. Reach a new breed of traveler with RLHC.
Yakima Valley will come to the plate in the bottom of the 4th inning, and they will send up the 8, 9, and 1 hitters to face Jared Aiken. And Yakima Valley, which had a 3-0 lead, now trails 5-3. And the first pitch to Kershaw, swung on, hit towards center field. Sandstrom's there, makes the catch for out number 1. For Kershaw, first ball swinging, skies to Sandstrom, and we've got 1 out here. That'll bring to the plate Tyler Nixon. Nixon, the second baseman for Yakima Valley, sacrifice bunt back in the 2nd inning, so no official plate appearances as of yet. And the first pitch to him is a fastball that is high, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Nixon. Aiken now working into the bottom of the 4th inning. Here's the next pitch, swinging a line drive. That's into center field. Moving back on the ball is Sandstrom. He's there though, makes the catch for the 2nd out. Nixon hit it pretty well, forced Sandstrom back to his left and short of the warning track. He makes the catch for the 2nd out. So a couple of fly outs to Sandstrom for Yakima, and back to the top of the order, and Cole McKenzie. 5-3 Lower Columbia, and he swings at the first pitch, sends it through the box into center field for a base hit. Aiken had to kind of back away from that as it came right through the box, and he ducks his head back as it shoots on through, and McKenzie has his first base hit of the ball game. For Yakima, it's 6th base hit of the afternoon, and that'll bring to the plate Tanner Parker. Parker, the shortstop for the Yaks here today, and he swings at the first pitch as well and hits it foul for strike 1. No balls and a strike. Parker is 1 for 2 today, grounded out to the first baseman, and a single up the middle back in the 2nd. Aiken is ready. Here comes the 0-1 pitch, and that misses outside and high for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike on Parker. 5-3 Lower Columbia, bottom of the 4th, 2 outs, runner at first base. Aiken from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Curveball swung on, hit to center field again, right towards Sandstrom. He's there and makes the catch, and he makes all 3 outs here in the 4th inning of play. After 4 innings of play, your score, Lower Columbia 5, Yakima 3.
Medical specialists in the Guard are skilled in CPR, field triage, and emergency life support. Medics stabilize and evac the wounded during combat, come to the aid of civilians in a disaster, and provide day-to-day outpatient care. Medical specialists are saving lives on and off the battlefield.
Ready for a new adventure? Study at Douglas College in Vancouver, Canada. Take a post-degree program and launch your career, or prepare to study at top Canadian universities. Become eligible for a 3-year work visa with a 2-year program. Choose success. Choose Douglas College.
The first day of school is kind of scary. You don't know your teachers yet or who your friends will be. But school is really important. It's how you learn things and grow.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're gonna do great, Mommy.
For you. For them. Clark College. Get started today at clark.edu.
Noah Andrews will lead it off for Lower Columbia here in the top of the 5th inning. He'll be followed by Hunter Cook and Blaze Arcano as Lower Columbia leads Yakima by a score of 5-3 here in the championship of the 2018 NWAC baseball tournament. And the first pitch to Andrews, swing and a miss, strike 1. No balls and a strike on Andrews. Grounded out to the pitcher and also a single and RBI back in the 3rd. That's when LCC did all its damage. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a line drive on a hot, or a glove by the shortstop there, Parker. Soft line drive that was diving. Parker comes in, reaches out, makes the sliding catch for the first out of the inning. A nice play there by Parker. And Andrews is retired for the first out. That'll bring to the plate Hunter Cook. Hook today, 1 for 2. Left-handed hitter. And he has a single and RBI as well, along with a strikeout. And the first pitch to him, strike 1. Here on Memorial Day 2018, the day that we honored the men and women who have died protecting our country. Here's the 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. 150th anniversary of Memorial Day. Started out as Decoration Day back in 1868. And again, it's to remember the ones who died serving this country. Here's the next pitch. It is high, ball 1. And Memorial Day became a 3-day weekend when Congress passed an act to make it on a Monday. Here's a 1-2 pitch, misses outside back in 1971, and the count 2 balls, 2 strikes. Back in 71, then we became a 3-day weekend. Instead of celebrating it on the day of, it's now the 4th Monday of the month. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Swing, popped up, foul territory, third base side, towards the fence goes the third baseman. Harvey can't make the catch, and it's a foul ball. Stuck his glove out there at the last moment, about a step away from the fence, couldn't quite make the catch, and it's a foul ball. Memorial Day, traditionally until 1971, was celebrated on May 31st. So sometimes you had a Tuesday off, sometimes you had a Thursday off, but now you get a 3-day weekend. Here's a 2-2 pitch, swing and a line drive towards left field, and it'll fall for a base hit. Right into left center field as Cook able to fist it into left center field in front of Cole McKenzie, who was playing fairly shallow, but Cook able to knock it just in front of him, and he's picked up his second base hit of the ball game. That'll bring to plate Blaze Arcano. Arcano today is 0 for 2, grounded out to the third baseman and struck out back in the 3rd. So Chase will work from the stretch, and the first pitch, a line drive past the third baseman into left field for a base hit. Harvey dives, couldn't quite come up with it, and a line shot down the line for Blaze Arcano. And Lower Columbia with back-to-back base hits with one out here in the 5th inning of play. Cook down to second base, and Arcano with his first hit of the ball game stands down at first. For the Red Devils, now 7 base hits in the ball game. That's one more than the Yaks. But more importantly, have 2 more runs. That'll bring the plate Johnson, and he takes the first pitch for strike 1. No balls and a strike on Deshaun Johnson. Johnson today walked or hit by a pitch and scored a run in the 3rd. Then his second at bat in the 3rd, grounded out to the second baseman. So he's 0 for 1. Logan Chase's next pitch is ball 2, ball 1, 1 ball, 1 strike. Look at the board too quick that time, and the count of 1 ball and 1 strike. Johnson, the third baseman for LCC today. During the tournament, .273 batting average. Comes a 1-1 pitch, and off speed takes it for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. Again, a lot of people, when Memorial Day starts, begin their summer barbecue season, getting out on the road, visiting campgrounds, places to go. So for the next 90 days or so, Americans will celebrate the outdoors. The ball hit foul down the third base line, and the count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. There's some activity in the Yak bullpen, as Yakima trailing 5-3 with 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Chase in relief of the starter Matt Driver, and he'll work from the stretch again. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Swing and a bouncing ball hit towards the shortstop. Parker underhands with the second baseman. That's all he'll get there. Nixon makes the grab and retires Arcano for the second out of the inning. Down to third goes Cook, and Deshaun Johnson down to first base on the fielder's choice. So LCC now has runners at first and third, but with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning, and the Red Devils leading the Yaks by a score of 5-3. That'll bring up Hodkinson. Hodkinson, the catcher for the Red Devils, has been on base twice, a single and a run scored in the 3rd, and hit by, or walked rather, in the 4th. Fake throw to 3rd. Forgot that Hodkinson was hit by a pitch on his right elbow, but the home plate umpire felt they stuck his arm out, and so it was ruled a dead ball, and then he eventually got a free pass anyway. So he'll step to the plate with a 1-for-1 day. First pitch to him is outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Hodkinson. Middle infield playing back. Third baseman playing even with the bag, and the runner first being held on there by Beck. Another fake throw to 3rd. As Chase a little more deliberate now here in the 5th inning. Comes the next pitch. Fastball, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Hodkinson. This is the 5 on his jersey, on the 25 starting to come apart in his back. You can see it there, a little bit of the number starting to peel off of the white backing. The Devils in their blue with red numerals edged in white. Here's the next pitch, swing and a 1-hopper knocked down there by Parker. He'll flip to second in time, and retired at second base is Deshaun Johnson. So that will retire the Red Devils here in the 5th. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Your score, LCC 5, Yakima 3.
am strong.
I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination.
Confidence.
I trust my gut. No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication.
Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
Be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
Johnny Sage to lead off for the Yaks here in the bottom of the 5th inning as the Yaks trail the Lower Columbia Red Devils 5-3. Again, if Lower Columbia wins, it repeats as the NWAC champions. If the Yaks rally for the win, then we'll have a winner-take-all game set for about 3:35. So Sage, Inskeep, and Detloff to face Aikens. And the first pitch, he's taking strike one. No balls, one strike on Sage. Sage today, 1 for 1, an infield single, a run scored, and an RBI sacrifice back in the second. Here's the 0-1 pitch, taking again, strike two. No balls, 2 strikes on Johnny Sage. Wind starting to blow in now from center field towards home plate. Here's the next pitch, swing, popped up. Left center field, moving on over is Arcano. He falls down and he made the catch. Arcano overran the ball, fell, reached over his shoulder and grabbed it just before the ball hit the ground. I think the wind caught that one as he overran it and he's able to make the catch. You see he stops, backtracks and reaches back and makes a nice catch for the first out here in the 5th inning. Acrobatic catch by Arcano, and I believe, like I said, the wind might have caught that one and pushed it away from him. So Inskeep will step in, and he swings at the first pitch, and that will be gloved behind second base by Hunter Cook. Soft line drive where Cook goes behind the bag, and he makes the catch for the second out of the inning. So the Devils with a couple nice defensive plays here to start the 5th inning. And that'll bring to the plate Tyler Detloff. So a quick inning so far for Jared Aikens as there's 2 outs. And the first pitch to Tyler Detloff is ball 1. Detloff today, 1 for 2. A single with an RBI in the first and flied out in the third. Here's the next pitch, and he takes that outside for ball 2. So Arcano and Cook make some nice plays here for the Devils defensively here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Here's the 2-0 pitch, swing, fouled back to the screen, and the count of 2 balls and 1 strike. Detloff can keep the inning alive. Bryce Becker waits on deck. Right-hander's ready, here's the deal, and he throws it right down the middle, and Detloff not offering, so the count as 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And a 2-run lead for LCC. Comes a 2-2 pitch. Curveball low, ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes on the Yaks right fielder. Devils ready. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Detloff retired. And so is Yakima Valley here in the 5th. After 5 complete innings of play, LCC 5, Yakima 3.
My name is John Archuleta, and I'm a loan service bankruptcy officer with STCU. I help members that are struggling with their financial obligations. A lot of times people feel as if they're not good enough. Their finances are telling them that they should have known better. Our goal really is the financial health and well-being of the member. We are our members are us. We don't have investors here. We're not protecting the investor's bottom line. No matter what's going on, we're dealing with people's lives. I'm John Archuleta, and STCU is here for good.
Nestled within tall trees and beautiful buildings, Pierce College has established itself as a national leader in improving student success. With 2 main campuses in Puyallup and Fort Steilacoom, and satellite campuses on Joint Base Lewis-McChord, Pierce College strives to create quality educational opportunities to help students realize their possibilities. As we celebrate 50 years in the community, Pierce College is proud to offer more than 60 programs of study with a fit for you, your life, your schedule, and your dream. Find your path, start at Pierce College today, and realize your possibilities. Visit pierce.ctc.edu.
Top of the 6th inning for Lower Columbia. The 1-2-3 hitters, Sandstrom, Strickler, and Beacom to face Logan Chase. And the first pitch, fastball, strike one. Sandstrom on the ball game. 0 for 2, lined out to the third base and walked and scored a run in the third. Struck out looking back in the fourth. Comes the 0-1 pitch. Another off-speed pitch, strike two. The ball's 2 strikes on Sandstrom. Left-hander steps back in. The right-hander Chase in relief of Matt Driver. Came in with 1 out in the third. Here's the next pitch. Swing, popped up, foul territory, out of play. The ball's 2 strikes on Sandstrom. Again, Lower Columbia with 5 runs in the third inning on 4 base hits. They're helped by hit by pitches and some walks. They got 5 on in, and the pitch misses outside for ball 1. That's the difference right now. Yakima had a 3-0 lead after 2 innings of play, and the Devils exploded for 5 in the top of the third. Chase is ready. Here's a pitch, swing, soft line drive into right field. On comes a right fielder, a dive, and he makes the catch for the out. Tyler Detliff on the run, dives, extended, makes the catch, and Sandstrom retired for the first out of the inning. See the replay, a long run to his left and the dive, and a nice catch there by Detloff. I bring to the plate J.T. Strickler. Strickler, the designated hitter for Lower Columbia this afternoon. Chase is ready, first pitch, curveball taking, strike one. Strickler today is 0 for 2. Flied out to left fielder, grounded out to third baseman, then had a sacrifice fly and an RBI in the third. Here's the 0-1 pitch. He's taking, and it's low and away for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Strickler on the tournament, hitting an even .500. Here's the next pitch, swing, foul back to the screen. And they count on 1 ball and 2 strikes. He's got a double and now 2 RBIs after the sacrifice fly back here in the third. Comes a 1-2 pitch, curveball, swing, popped up, foul territory, right field, foul territory near the tarp, and the right fielder is out there, and he makes the catch. Again, in the area we can't see, but when I saw Strickler flip his back down, had to figure the catch was made in Detliff in foul territory, again, right by that tarp, leans into the tarp and makes the catch for the second out of the inning. Another nice catch out there in right field. Now to bring to the plate Sam Trend Beacom. Beacom today is 1 for 1. First pitch to him, taking all the way, it's a curveball to knees for strike one. Beacom a single in the first, hit by a pitch and scored a run in the third, and hit by a pitch in the fourth as well. Comes the 0-1 pitch, check swing, and that one misses outside for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. LCC 5, Yakima 3, 2 outs, top of the 6th inning. Here's a 1-1 pitch, swinging a high fly ball, left field and deep, back on the ball to Seiji, looks up, it's gone! Home run, Sam Trend Beacom into the Bob's party deck out in left field. A no-doubter as Beacom got it all and runs it into the Bob's Sporting Goods parting deck out in left field. 6-3 now, Lower Columbia, as Trend Beacom with the home run there. That is his first home run of the NWAC tournament and his second RBI. So it's now 6-3. Now the home plate umpire, Chris Claflin, says something to the LCC bench. Apparently wants them back in the dugout as they're up 6-3. It was 3-0 Yakima, now 6 consecutive runs for Lower Columbia College. To the plate steps Muzzy, and he takes the pitch outside and low for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Muzzy. Muzzy today, 1 for 3, flied out twice to the right fielder. Here's a 1-0 pitch, and he's taking, and it misses low, ball 1. And a single and an RBI with a run scored back in the 3rd. So Trent Beacom with the long home run, a no doubter, and LCC now leads by a score of 6-3. Funny, the wind has quit blowing now after Alcano had to make a circus catch. Now, Old Glory just sitting out there in left center, not moving at all. Here's the next pitch, swing, fouled away, and the count 2 balls and 1 strike. 2 outs now for the Red Devils here in the top of the 6th, as Chase has given up his first run of the ball game. Here's the next pitch, fastball, a little bit inside, ball 3. Again, as we mentioned, Ricky Muzzy was the NWAC Tournament Player of the Year last year, and he hasn't hurt himself this year with a 417 postseason average. Here's a pitch, check swing, strike 2. 3 balls, 2 strike. Muzzy 5 hits and 12 at-bats coming into the ball game with a triple, a double, and 4 RBIs. Chase is ready. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Swing, fouled away. And the count stays full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Lower Columbia getting a little bit closer to holding on to that championship. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Curveball, and I think it hit him. It did. Well, Muzzy will go down to first base as he's nicked by the pitch. And that's about the 4th batter's been hit here by pitchers. It is the 4th batter hit by pitching for Yakima. And that'll bring to the plate Noah Andrews. Andrews in the ball game has a single and 3 at-bats. Right-handed batter will step on in. And Chase will work from the stretch. Runner takes his lead. Here's the pitch, high, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Andrews. Andrews with a single and the RBI back in the 3rd inning. Got the last run driven in as he drove in Muzzy in that inning. As Muzzy takes his lead, here's a pitch. Another off-speed pitch and hit him in the back. Andrews hit by a pitch. And down to second base goes Muzzy. Second batter hit this inning, 5th in the ball game by Yakima batters, or pitching. And now it looks like Cash Ulrich is going to ask, are these guys even getting out of the way? He turned his back. That's about all you have to do. But again, the acting head coach, Cash Ulrich, asking home plate umpire Chris Claflin, are they not getting out of the way? And you take the look, and yeah, he dipped his shoulder at the last moment. The pitch was definitely inside, but he'll go down to first base. That'll bring up Hunter Cook. Cook, the second baseman today. Couple base hits so far. Has a runner in scoring position at second base in Muzzy. Cook with a single and the RBI in the 3rd. And then a base hit back in the 5th. We're now in the top of the 6th, and LCC threatening once again. Chase from the stretch. Here comes the pitch, and it's outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Hunter Cook. LCC is the visitors in this ball game. Even though it's their home field, they are the visitors in this contest. Chase is ready. Long time in the mound. Here comes the pitch. Check swing, and it misses, ball 2. Again, these two teams met earlier. They met on Saturday, and LCC won 3-2. That's the only game Yakima has lost here at the NWACs. Celebrating 50 years of possibilities realized, Pierce College is here to guide you to student success. With more than 60 programs of study at Pierce College, there is a fit for you, your life, and your schedule, including short-term certificate programs, transfer degrees, and even baccalaureate degrees. Pierce provides flexible degree options to help you on your path. Your pathway is clear at Pierce College. 2 balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch, and Cook's taking for strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike on Cook. First 2 batters went out fairly quickly here for the Devils, but since then 3 consecutive batters have touched base, including Beacom's home run. Runners at first and second. Here's the pitch, swing, fouled away, and the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Beacom's was a no-doubter. The left field party deck, the Bob Sporting Goods party deck, it landed well back there. Again, that's the shortest part of the field here, 305 down the left field line. If you're going to hit a home run, that's the route to go. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cook steps back in. Chase from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Ground ball hit slowly towards third. Gloved by Harvey. Throw to first in time. And Cook is retired for the final out of the inning. So after 5.5 innings of play, your score now LCC 6, Yakima 3.
LCC has definitely prepared me to transfer to Oregon State because it's helped me with my study skills. I'm a much harder worker than I was in high school.
I had a great support base by the staff, and I've made some great friends that I think I'll carry on with my life.
I've definitely loved my classes. I've learned a lot. It's been a healthy environment.
Don't be afraid to branch out. The people here are awesome. I'm going to be in it for a while, but down the road I'll be finishing up and be ready to join the workforce.
Oh. All right, we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, and the home team Yakima Valley Yaks trailing by a score of 6-3. We have something that's happened in the Yakima Valley dugout as a trainer has come on in, and we've got a kid that looks like he is down in the dugout. Home plate umpire is taking a look over there, and Chris Claflin in the way of the shot right now, but something has happened in the Yakima Valley dugout, and we'll see what's going on here. One of the assistant coaches on a very quick sprint, and there is a kid on his back. You can see him in the shot there, and he's being administered to by 2 trainers. He is now sitting up. Yeah, you don't know what happened back there. I'm not going to speculate, but he was flat on his back. He's smiling now and fist bumping a couple of his teammates. Now he'll stand. I don't know what happened, but he was down. And we'll get some more warm-up tosses, but we had a couple of LCC trainers come on over, a couple of LCC coaches on a sprint down the right field line, and then some players surrounding the Yak player, but apparently he's okay, and that's a good thing. And not going to speculate what happened, but he was smiling when he sat up, so who knows, maybe just tripped, hit his head. I don't know. We got Breck, Harvey, and Kirchhoff due up for Yakima here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Lower Columbia leads Yakima by a score of 6-3. Beck today 1 for 2, takes the first pitch for a strike. Jared Akins started out pretty shaky here in the ballgame. He gave up 3 runs on 5 hits in the first 2 innings. Since then, he's given up just 1 base hit. He's gotten stronger as the game has gone along. That pitch misses for ball one, though. The count is 1 ball and 1 strike on Beck. Here's the next pitch, and it's off speed high for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike on Beck. Beck, 583, leading hitter for the tournament. Grounds hits it towards the second baseman. Cook has got it, and that's an out here for 32. Okay. Warming up down in the bullpen for the Red Devils is Derek Downey, the freshman from Olympia, as Akins has gone 5 1/3 innings here. And again, has been very strong since the first inning of play. Second inning, actually. First pitch, strike 1. Harvey 0 for 2 today. A strikeout and flied out to the second baseman, Cook. Here's the next pitch. That off-speed pitch misses for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike on Kyle Harvey. Here comes the 1-1 pitch, swing, fouled behind us and out of play. And the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. And LCC, if it can hold on, holds on to its NWAC baseball championship. Here comes the 1-2 pitch, swing, fouled away again. And if the Yaks can rally. Okay, and I guess Yakima's got some warm-up action down there as well. Both number 31s for their team. Swinging a ground ball down the third baseline. Diving stop by Johnson. Long throw to first base. Head first slide. And out at first base is Harvey. Diving stop by Johnson right by the bag. Throws it across the diamond in time. And Harvey's retired for the second out of the inning. You see the play. Harvey goes head first. There's the throw, the slide, and it's going to be close. And we're going to see if we're going to get a look or not. And they're not going to look at it. So there's a next ball. That's hit towards the shortstop. Glove there by Muzzy. Throw it to first, and Yakima retired here in the 6th inning of play. A 1-2-3 inning, so after 6, it's LCC 6, Yakima 3.
Portland on space to ground 3. Ready to close valve 2. Valve
1. As certified jumpers, divers, and survival experts, Special Forces are dropped behind enemy lines to train foreign fighters, carry out covert missions, or prevent future conflicts. These soldiers live for the challenge, highly trained and highly intelligent. Special Forces soldiers are the best of the best.
The first day of school is kind of scary. You don't know your teachers yet or who your friends will be. But school is really important. It's how you learn things and grow.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're gonna do great, Mommy.
For you. For them. Clark College. Get started today at clark.edu.
We move into the top of the 7th inning now. Lower Columbia now leads by 3 after the Red Devils tacked on a run in the 6th on the solo home run by Sam Trent Beacom. And so the Yaks will go to the bullpen and they'll bring in Easton Hankey. Hankey is making his first appearance here in the tournament. So let's see if I can find his numbers on the year. Hankey on the year appeared in 11 games. He started 19 2/3 innings. He had a record of 3-0 during the regular season with an ERA of 3.37. But this is his first appearance here at the 2018 NWAC Championships. Blaze Arcano, Deshaun Johnson, and Chase Hodkinson due up for Red Devils here in the top half of the 7th inning in game number 1 of possibly 2 games here. In the first pitch hits Arcano. 6 batters have been hit by a pitch now by Yakima pitchers. Now you're starting to wonder, it's a little bad blood starting to get out there, because you get hit 6 times. There could be a retaliation later. That's part of baseball. That's what makes it fun. I'll bring the plate Deshaun Johnson. Shows the bunt, takes a strike. No balls and a strike on Johnson. Johnson today is 0 for 2. Hit by a pitch, scored a run. Grounded out in the 3rd. That was his second at bat in the 3rd. And retired on a fielder's choice in the 5th. Hinkie steps off the mound as Arcano gets his lead. I'd say a decent lead. He's got 1 foot past the cutout. Again, shows the bunt and pops it foul. And the count is no balls and 2 strikes. And now Johnson with 2 strikes on him, probably not bunting. If you're Eric Lane, you're hoping you don't hit a ground ball and hit into a double play. That'd be a double sin, not getting the bunt down then into double play. Here's the 0-2 pitch. It's wasted outside and low for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Or 1 ball and 2 strikes rather on Deshaun Johnson. Yaks jumped out early. It's been all LCC from the 3rd on. Here's the next pitch. Bounces up to the plate. Blocked nicely there by Kirchhoff. And the runner now chance to advance. So Hinkie in his first appearance here in the tournament. A little shaky early. First pitch hits Arcano. Now the count 2 balls, 2 strikes on Johnson. Here's the pitch, swing, a line drive, caught it short, throw back to first in time, double play. Parker with the catch, then throws back to Beck in time, and Arcano's retired for the double play. Ball hit hard by Johnson, but Parker makes a nice grab, good throw. Arcano had no chance. That's a 6-3 double play. That'll be the number 9 hitter coming to the plate now for the Devils, Hodkinson. 6-3 Lower Columbia, now with 2 outs on top of the 7th. First pitch to him, he's taking for a strike. Hodkinson today, 1 for 2. Single and run scored in the 3rd. Reach base on a ball 4 on the 4th. And ended the inning on a fielder's choice in the 5th. Next pitch misses for a ball. Well, Hodkinson 1 for 2 today. Came into the tournament hitting 182. Above that now with the base hit. Third baseman cheats on up. Pitch swung on, fouled away. And the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Still a cloudy afternoon in Longview, but pleasant. Get a good crowd. It was kind of a late arriving crowd, but now nice crowd here. You take a look here on your screen if you're watching online. You see a panoramic view of Longview. And stepping back in is Hodkinson. Comes the 1-2 pitch, swinging another line drive. Parker's there and makes the catch, and that retires the Red Devils here in the 7th inning. After 6.5 innings of play, the score, Lower Columbia College 6, Yakima Valley College 3.
Nestled within tall trees and beautiful buildings, Pierce College has established itself as a national leader in improving student success. With 2 main campuses in Puyallup and Fort Steilacoom, and satellite campuses on Joint Base Lewis-McChord, Pierce College strives to create quality educational opportunities to help students realize their possibilities. As we celebrate 50 years in the community, Pierce College is proud to offer more than 60 programs of study with a fit for you, your life, your schedule, and your dream. Find your path, start at Pierce College today, and realize your possibilities. Visit pierce.ctc.edu.
Ready for a new adventure? Study at Douglas College in Vancouver, Canada. Take a post-degree program and launch your career, or prepare to study at top Canadian universities. Become eligible for a 3-year work visa with a 2-year program. Choose success. Choose Douglas College.
Tyler Nixon to lead it off for the Yaks here in the bottom of the 7th and top of the order. Cole McKenzie and Tanner Parker. Nixon today is 0 for 1. As Aiken will come to the plate, and the first pitch is a strike. No balls and 1 strike on Tyler Nixon. Sacrifice bunt in the 2nd and flied out to Sandstrom, his last at bat in the 4th. Pitch is high, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, Aikens has gotten stronger, as I mentioned, as the game's gone along. Gave up 3 runs in the first 2 innings on 5 base hits, and since then he's only given up 1 hit. Here's the next pitch. That one misses. Ball 2. 2 balls and a strike on Nixon. Aikens, the lanky right-hander. You take a look at him there. Chewing on that bubble gum, and here comes a 2-1 pitch, and that one's in the dirt for ball 3. 3 balls and a strike on Nixon. Aikens, as we mentioned, had gone 5 1/3 innings. Right now he is at 6+ innings, and his ERA came in at 5.06. We'll go down a little bit here now. Comes a 3-1 pitch, swing, fly ball, out of play. Think out full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. After Nixon, McKenzie will get on. Always have some fun here at the ball games. And the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. So Nixon strikes out for the first out here of the inning. And for Aikens, he has now retired the last 8 batters as he collects his 2nd strikeout of the ball game. So 8 in a row now retired by Aikens. So we go back to the top of the lineup, and Cole McKenzie. McKenzie, strike 1. He got the last base hit off of Aikens, a single up the middle back on the 4th. Here's the next pitch, swinging a line drive into left center field. Long run for Sandstrom. He dives and he makes the catch for the out. Sandstrom, a long run to his right, dives at the last moment and makes the catch for the 2nd out of the inning. So 9 in a row retired now by Aikens, and Tanner Parker will step to the plate. 6-3 Lower Columbia. We're going to have a challenge perhaps? We might. Let's see if we can see it on the replay. I thought it was a good catch, but we'll see. I mean, if you got replay, you might as well use it. Everybody knows my opinion on it, but I'm not going to talk about it. How's that sound? Clark College in Vancouver, Washington is enrolling for the winter quarter. Whether you want to advance your career, complete a degree, or earn your high school diploma, Clark College can help you reach your goals. Visit clark.edu to learn more. So we will have a video review. I mean, it was a nice running catch, I thought, by Sandstrom into the gap into left center field. Now here comes the replay. We'll be able to see it here on our monitor. Of course, it's a long ways away. He dives. Oh, that might have snuck under his glove when he hit the ground. He kind of moved a little bit. You see him hit the ground there, and then he kind of, well, you got to pull it back a bit farther than that. When he first goes into his dive, then show it. So if you can pull it back a few more frames, then we'll have a better look. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, it looked at first like it was a clean catch, but then when you see this, you see his arms and hands kind of move underneath right there. And so he might have lost control of the ball for a moment and rolled it up underneath his belly. Hard to say. Yeah, it's going to have to be conclusive evidence like they always say. They're getting a little closer. You see he's on the ground there. His hands are underneath his lettering. You just can't tell if he's... This is what they're looking at, the umpires right now. Oh, the ball did come loose. It came loose. That will be a base hit. You can see it pop loose. When his hands rolled under, you can see the white come out. You'll freeze it right the last second. The ball is out. Yeah, you can see it. You can see it come out, so that'll be a base hit. So McKenzie is going to get a base hit. A great effort there, though, by Sandstrom, but you can see the ball come on out, and it'll be a base hit. So for Yakima, it'll be its 7th hit of the ball game, and that'll stop the streak at 8. And again, gotta erase everything. We'll give them a base hit into right center field. They're taking a long time. You can't blame them, because for a long time you couldn't tell. Then Dave and I saw something on the screen. You could see where the ball came out. Dave Andrew and I, one of the many volunteers here at the NWAC championships, does a lot of time on the microphone. You hear him here as a public address. He and I both saw it. We're just waiting for him to confirm that it was a base hit. So when it's all done, McKenzie should be on first base with a base hit. But it was a heck of an effort. Just, you can see the ball come out, though, just before he was able to cover it up while he was on his belly. Yeah, there it is. There's a confirmation of what we saw on the replay. Now, Eric Lane's going to come out and ask the question, but you can clearly see on the replay that the ball came loose. So Eric Lane getting the questions answered. And then he'll walk away. May not like the answer, but it is the right call. So Cole McKenzie will pick up his 2nd base hit of the ball game on a single into left center field, negating a great play by Sandstrom. It's still a great effort, but you can see the ball kind of get away from him. And McKenzie is at first base. That'll bring to the plate Tanner Parker. Parker has 1 hit and 3 at-bats here this afternoon. And now he's arguing to give him 2nd base. That's not going to happen. You're going to get first base, that's going to be it. You can't assume that he would have got to 2nd base even though the ball was dropped. He never got to 2nd base, the runner being McKenzie. He just stopped at first, so he'll get a single. And that'll bring up Tanner Parker. Parker, as I mentioned, 1 for 3 today, as Aikens will work from the stretch, and the first pitch is a strike. No balls and a strike on Parker. Lower Columbia College 6 and Yakima Valley College 3. Bottom of the 7th, 1 out. Throw to first base, and McKenzie back safely. The line score 6 runs on 8 hits for Lower Columbia and 3 runs on 7 hits for Yakima. There's the pitch, strike 1 or strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes on Parker. Sage awaits on deck for Yakima Valley. Again, the 2 division champions, the East and the West divisions. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Parker fans for the 2nd out of the inning. For Aikens, his 3rd strikeout of the ball game. I mentioned the East #1 and the West #1 teams. They're also the last 2 NWAC champions, as the LCC is the defending champion and the Yaks the 2016 NWAC champions. I'll bring up Johnny Sage. Sage today is 1 for 2, single, an infield single in the 1st, a sacrifice fly and an RBI back in the 2nd, as the first pitch misses for ball 1, then flied out to Arcano in the 5th on what was a circus catch by Arcano out there. There's the next pitch, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Sage. Sage 133 here at the tournament, has been unable to get going offensively. Here's the next pitch, down low. Your number 3 hitter is only hitting 133. You know it's going to be a tough tournament, but they're in the finals. And someone they need to cobble together 3 runs or more to win this ball game. Here's a pitch, swing, high pop up, left field, moving back on the ball is Arcano. He's near the warning track, now he'll move forward and make the catch for the final out. So the Yaks are retired here in the 7th inning. We go to the top of the 8th, and your score, LCC 6, Yakima 3.
I am strong. I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination. Confidence. I trust my gut. No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication. Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
Be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
I'm Keith Appleton, Education Outreach Officer at STCU. I have been labeled as frugal. I'm more motivated by saving money than I am about spending money. I essentially have had the same vehicle for nearly half of my life. It's absolutely practice what you preach. One of my passions is mountain biking, and one of the ways that I can afford to have a quality mountain bike is by cutting expenses in other areas of my life. STCU has given me an opportunity to share things that I've learned with the community. I'm Keith Appleton, and STCU is here for good.
Top of the 8th inning we go. Lower Columbia leading Yakima by a score of 6-3 in the first of possibly 2 championship games in the top of the order for the Red Devils. And Kyle Sandstrom steps in, takes ball 1. Sandstrom today is 0 for 3, walked in the 3rd and scored a run. Next pitch from Hankey, and it's called ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes on Sandstrom. Hankey in relief of Chase as he now starts his 2nd inning. Chase went 3 2/3. I don't know if we gave you the line score on him. Here's the next pitch, misses ball 3. Chase relieved Matt Driver. He went 3 2/3 innings, gave up 1 run on 5 hits, walked 1, and struck out 2. Yakima pitching has hit 6 batters today. That has come back to bite him. Comes the 3-0 pitch. He's taking for strike 1. 3 balls and a strike now on Sandstrom. Sandstrom struck out in the 4th, lined out in the 1st, and flied out in the 6th. Hankey is ready. Here comes the 3-1 pitch, and that is in the outside corner, strike 2. Sandstrom didn't like the calls. He took a step towards first base, but he's called back home, and now the count goes full. Hankey is ready from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Swinging a line shot. Caught at short by Tanner Parker. Line shot up the middle, but hooking back towards Parker, and he makes the catch for the first out of the 8th inning. So Sandstrom hit it hard, but Parker has been playing excellent defense here in this ball game. Snags the line drive for the first out here in the 8th inning. That'll bring to plate J.T. Strickler. Strickler, the designated hitter for Lower Columbia. And he takes the first pitch low, ball 1. Strickler in the ball game is 0 for 3. Flied out in the 1st, sacrifice fly with an RBI in the 3rd, grounded out in the 4th, and fouled out in his last at bat in the 6th. Swings and hits a line drive down the left field line. It'll fall for a base hit. Caught off there by Sage, running first and hitting for 2nd, and in with a stand-up double is J.T. Strickler. Strickler hit it hard down the left field line. Sage over to cut it off, but no chance to get Strickler as he goes in there standing up at 2nd base. So LCC has a runner in scoring position, and we might have a pitching change, and we will. So with 1 out here in the top of the 8th, we're going to go to the bullpen as Hankey's going to leave. He goes 1 1/3 innings. What we're going to do, we're going to take a quick break here. Well, no, we should stay here. We'll hold it here as we'll wait for pitcher to come on in. STCU congratulates the athletes, coaches, and fans enjoying today's games. As a financial cooperative founded by teachers, we salute your efforts on the field and in the classroom. Students, workers, and residents of Washington are invited to join our not-for-profit credit union. So the Yakima Valley Yaks are going to go to the bullpen once again, as Lucas Juarez is going to become the 4th pitcher of the afternoon for Yakima Valley. Juarez has appeared in a couple of games. He has started 1 game with a complete game. He has thrown 10 innings so far. He has a 0-1 record here at the tournament, and he has an ERA at 2.70. His loss coming apparently to LCC, as that's the only loss the Yaks have suffered here at the 2018 NWAC Baseball Championships. Be sure to check out the NWAC on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram for all the latest NWAC news. Also visit nwacsports.org for the most recent information on schedules, scores, stats, and more. So Henke goes 1 1/3 innings, and he has given up 1 hit in the ball game. He walked nobody, struck out nobody, and he's responsible for Strickler out at second base. 6-3 Lower Columbia, 1 out top of the 8th inning, and to the plate comes a cleanup hitter. Sam Trent Beacom is up. Sorry, looked ahead. Sam Trent Beacom is due up now for the Red Devils of first baseman. First pitch from Juarez is in the dirt, blocked nicely by Kershaw for ball 1. Beacom on the ball. The game is 2 for 2. Single in the first, hit by a pitch to score a run in the third, hit by a pitch in the fourth, and a home run to the Bob's Sporting Goods party deck back in the 6th. No doubter. So he is 2 for 2 with a couple runs scored and an RBI. And the big fly. Juarez from the stretch. Looks back to second. Another look. Here's the pitch. And the pitch misses for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes now on Beacom. And Muzzy awaits on deck for Lower Columbia. Just 1 out here in the top of the 8th inning. Juarez deliberate. Now he'll step off the mound as it counts 2-0. Should mention that this is the year, the 100th anniversary of the song by Irving Berlin, God Bless America. Here's the pitch, fouled back to the screen. Count 2 balls and 1 strike. God Bless America played at a lot of baseball games, especially after 9/11. The 100th anniversary, written during World War I by Irving Berlin, and revised in 1938, just before the start of the Second World War. Here comes a 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Took a little bit off of that, and Beacom well in front of the pitch. Now the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes on Beacom. Runner at second base is Strickler, and now we have timeout called. We'll have a quick conference on the mound. Clark College in Vancouver, Washington is enrolling for the next quarter. Whether you want to advance your career, complete a degree, or earn your high school diploma, Clark College can help you reach your goals. Visit clark.edu to learn more. All right, Juarez and Kirchhoff get their signals straightened out. Now we're ready to go again. Here comes a 2-2 pitch, and that bounces up to the plate. So that conference didn't work out too well, as the ball bounces up to the plate, but Kirchhoff quickly covers it. No chance for the runner to advance. 3 balls, 2 strikes now on Beacom. Big right-handed hitter. Right-handed thrower, Juarez. Comes a 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Beacom fans for the second out of the inning, and for Juarez, his first strikeout here this afternoon. But now he has to face the number 4 hitter, Ricky Muzzy. Muzzy today is 1 for 3, flied out in the first, singled RBI and scored a run in the third, flied out again in the fourth, and hit by a pitch in the 6th. Well, Muzzy will step up with a runner at second base and 2 outs now here in the top of the 8th inning. Juarez trying to keep the Devils from scoring. as they're already down by 3. Here comes a pitch as off-speed misses for ball 1. Juarez played his baseball at East Valley in Yakima, so he stayed home to continue his baseball career over in Yakima. There's a lot of baseball played in Yakima at the high school level. The 2As and I believe 1A championships always played over there. Comes a 1-0 pitch, and that hit him in the back. Muzzy ducks on down, throws the bat down, and has a look at Juarez, and he'll trot on down to first. That is the 7th batter hit here this afternoon by Yakima pitchers. The pitch is up and in right off the 7. And for Muzzy, that is the 2nd time he has been plunked this afternoon. So obviously not happy about that. Now to bring the plate, Noah Andrews. Andrews hit by a pitch as well. He has 1 hit and 3 official at bats. First pitch to him is a curveball, a little bit high and inside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Andrews. Then of the hit batters, 1 is scored. And it looks like that's all that's scored is just the 1. That does surprise you, that many hit. Comes a 1-0 pitch, check swing, and the catcher able to keep it in front of him. They'll check down. Look again, 2 batters have scored. We've had 1 walk that scored. So yeah, I guess 2 of the 7 were hit by pitches have scored. And the difference in the game is 3 runs right now, but obviously those are big. Here comes the pitch, swing, and a foul. And they got 2 balls and 1 strike now on Andrews. The right fielder able to keep the inning alive. Hunter Cook awaits on deck. Infield plays back. Outfield straight away. Get a nice crowd here at LCC for perhaps the final game of the tournament. Juarez ready. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Andrews. That ball was well placed inside part of the plate and inside. And Andrews unable to make contact with it. Acting head coach Cass Ulrich over to say something to his defense to get ready. It's the count's 2-2. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a bouncing ball hit towards Parker. Goes off his glove into left center field. Rounding third and hitting for the plate. Here comes the throw, the slide. He is safe at home. Sliding in safely is Strickler as the throw by McKenzie was a little bit late. And Strickler scores to make it a 7-3 lead. Muzzy down to third. Andrews to second base. As we'll see the replay, went off the heel of Parker, who's been flawless at shortstop. Here comes the throw from McKenzie on the fly. There's the tag, and it is late, and safe at home is Strickler. Strickler got his hand down on the dish before the tag was made, and perhaps we're going to challenge that. I don't see there would be much of a challenge. We'll see here again. Here's the replay. There's the throw. He's definitely safe. So there's no doubt about that. And apparently the call is going to be challenged. Yes, it is. Well, he's definitely safe. There's no doubt about that. You can see clearly on the replay as he extends his left hand. Unless they're saying that, unless the catcher is figuring maybe he didn't touch home, but he did, so he'll be safe there. Now the ruling on the play will be an error on the shortstop. And going down to second base on the play is Andrews. And for the Yaks, that is their first error of the contest, and it comes with 2 outs in the top of the 8th, and now it's a 4-run deficit. It shouldn't take long to take care of this replay because there's no doubt that the runner Strickler is home safe. You can see easily he's safe there. And we'll wait for the confirmation of the play, but I'll be very surprised if this is overturned. We are neighbors helping neighbors through a tradition of service of more than 6,000 citizen soldiers, which comprise our ranks throughout Washington State. Guardsmen faithfully safeguard lives and property at home and abroad. National Guard soldiers and readiness centers are an integral part of Washington State's communities and will continue to be for generations to come. To learn more about the Washington National Guard, visit nationalguard.com or call 1-800-GO-GUARD. And again, the call has been confirmed. It really wasn't that close. I think what they were asking is maybe he didn't touch home plate, but you see Strickler clearly touched the white part of the plate, and he was ruled safe, and it's now 7-3 Lower Columbia. That'll bring to the plate Hunter Cook. Cook today has a couple of base hits in 4 at-bats. Struck out in the second, a single and RBI in the third, a single again in the 5th, and grounded out to Harvey, his last at bat. And the first pitch to him is ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Cook. Again, top of the 8th, and LCC's extended the lead. Was down 3-0. Here comes the next pitch. Swinging a ground ball, hit to the first baseman, gloved nicely there. Throw to first base, Juarez covering there, and that will retire the Devils here in the 8th. After 7.5 innings of play, the score is now LCC 7, Yakima 3.
The first day of school is kind of scary. You don't know your teachers yet or who your friends will be. But school is really important. It's how you learn things and grow.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're gonna do great, Mommy.
For you, for them, Clark College. Get started today at clark.edu.
I am strong.
I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination.
Confidence.
I trust my gut.
No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication. Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
Be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
Yakima's got some work to do here in the, oh wow, look at the big old jet flying over. It's a big old cargo jet, it looks like. It's not that high, flying west towards the Oregon coast here. You see that right there. Look at the zoom in. That's a military jet flying over Longview, heading west. And Bob Rose is one first saw it. That's pretty cool. Now here's the first pitch to the batter. That is Zach Inskeep when he pops it up into center field. And there to make the catch is Sandstrom for the first out of the inning. 1 pitch, 1 out. And that'll bring the plate Tyler Detloff. The Yaks need some help. They're down 4 now, 7-3, after LCC picked up a run in the top of the 8th inning. Again, Yakima had the 3-0 lead after 2, but after 2.5, it was 5-3 LCC. The pitch swung on, fouled away for strike 1. And since then, LCC has added on a couple of single runs. 1 in the 6th, and now 1 in the top of the 8th inning. Now has a 4-run lead at 7-3. Akins is ready. The curveball swing fouled away, and the count, no balls and 2 strikes on Detloff. Detloff today is 1 for 3 in the ball game. A single with an RBI in the first, flied out to right field in the 3rd, and struck out swinging in the 5th. No balls and 2 strikes on Detloff. Wearing the number 13 on his jersey. Here is the pitch, swing and a ground ball up the middle into center field for a base hit. Well, Detloff on an 0-2 pitch rams it up between the second base bag and shortstop, and he has his second base hit of the ball game. So a 1-out single by Detloff. That brings to the plate Bryce Beck. 8th hit now of the afternoon for the Yaks. I bring to the plate Beck, as I mentioned. Beck today 1 for 3, a single in the first, flied out to Sandstrom in the 3rd, and grounded out to the second baseman Cook, his latest at bat. Akins' first pitch is downstairs, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Beck. Beck at the tournament, 583, as you mentioned, the leading hitter here at the tournament. The next pitch he's taking for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Bryce Beck. Beck is ready, and the pitch at the front of the plate, but blocked there. And the count at 2 balls and a strike. Beck from Bellevue. And he played at Newport High School up in Bellevue. Where's the number 25? And he'll step back in again, as mentioned, left-handed batter. Akins is ready. Here's a pitch, swinging a ground ball hit towards the second baseman. Throw to second for 1. Is he on the bag? He was. So Muzzy able to get on the bag and touch it on the throw from Cook, and out of second base is Detloff. So a 4-6 force out at second, and down to first base on the fielder's choice goes Beck. Now there's 2 outs for the Yaks. That'll bring to the plate Kyle Harvey, and the first pitch to him, strike 1. No balls and a strike on Harvey. Harvey today looking for his first base hit, struck out looking in the first, flied out to the second baseman in the third, and grounded out to the third baseman's last at bat. Next pitch misses for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike on Harvey. Akins ready. Here's a pitch, swing, fouled away behind us. And the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, Harvey trying to keep the inning alive as we're in the bottom of the 8th, and Yakima Valley trailing Lower Columbia 7-3. LCC wins. They repeat as NWAC baseball champions. Here's a pitch, curveball outside, ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes on the number 7 hitter, Harvey. Here's the pitch. It's high again, and it's ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Harvey. Beck now will get an advantage as he'll be able to take off on the base hit. He'll be held there at first, though, by Beacom. So I won't get that big of a lead. And see if Akins takes a look over there. He does, and back easily is Beck. Beck is only off about 6 feet, but Akins will make sure he's not going to take off. He gives lead again. There he goes, the pitch, misses, ball 4. For Harvey, a 2-out walk. Down to second base goes Bryce Beck. And for Akins, just his 2nd walk of the ball game. So with 2 outs, and that'll bring up to the plate. Well, it should have been Kershaw, but it looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter for the Yaks. Yep, we will have pinch hitter, and it'll bring to the plate Clay Ashworth. So Ashworth is going to pinch hit for Kershaw. With 2 outs in the bottom half of the 8th inning, and Yakima Valley down by 4. But now a runner in scoring position with Beck and a runner at first. Ashworth steps in and takes the first pitch for a strike. Clay Ashworth here at the tournament has not made an at-bat. This is his first at-bat here at the NWACs, and he swings at the next pitch and fouls it away. And the count, no balls and 2 strikes now on Ashworth. Ashworth, a freshman from Okanagan, the Bulldogs, area that I lived in for a while. I worked at KOMW Radio in Omak, so I don't know if you're listening online down in that area of the state, north central part of the state. Next pitch in the dirt for ball 1. Okanagan, a traditional power at the 2B level. Ashworth, a good-sized kid. Steps back in again. Akins is ready. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And just missed for ball 2. The LCC Red Devils took a step towards their dugout, but home plate umpire said nope. And Ashworth will have one more opportunity. 6'2" freshman. Said he looked like a good-sized kid. And take a look at him there. I'll step in again. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Ashworth. Akins is ready. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 3. Ian Hodkinson holds the glove up for a moment. The home plate umpire just not biting on that this afternoon. Or Chris Claflin. As we get a wind gust, there goes the old score sheets everywhere. Fortunately, I caught them all before they escaped. The count is 3-2. Here's the pitch. Swing. Fouled back to the screen. And the count stays full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Beck at second. Harvey at first. Ashworth, pinch hitter for Kirchhoff in a 7-3 game. Lower Columbia leading Yakima with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Akins is ready. Here's a pitch. Swing. Popped up. Foul territory again. Out of play. And the count stays at 3 balls and 2 strikes. On the year, Ashworth had a batting average of .324. Again, his first appearance here at the NWAC tournament. Akins is ready. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swing. Popped up behind us and out of play. And the count remains full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. If Ashworth able to get on, Tyler Nixon right now waits on deck for the Yaks. And another great nickname, Yakima Valley Yaks. Now Akins will step off the rubber. They'll go through the signals once again. And Akins has gone the distance, 7 2/3 innings, giving up 3 runs on 8 base hits. And so far has struck out 3. Comes a 3-2 pitch, swinging a line drive. Caught at third base by Johnson. Johnson extends out, catches the low line drive, and Yakima Valley is done here in the 8th inning of play. After 8, your score, Lower Columbia 7, Yakima Valley 3.
Life is about moments. If you fight, I fight. If I fight, we fight.
You be there and watch what I do when the bell rings.
Do you have that real look in your eye that when you look at yourself in the mirror, you can ask yourself this question: did I give everything I got? Did I lay it all on the line? Or am I cheating myself?
What you say, Quaid? See ya!
Right at it, right at it. Oh! He's done it again!
So whatever you're gonna do, claim it. Leave your mark on this world.
People say knowledge is power, and they have a point.
At Portland State, you tell your own story.
You build your own stage.
You take your best ideas to the streets.
You let the world see who you are
and who you hope to be. Knowledge is about how hard you're willing to work to do something real.
It's about how far you're willing to go to do something great.
All right, top of the 9th we go. LCC's got a 4-run lead, and Yakima's made a couple of changes here. A new pitcher in. Colton Harris is going to face Blaze Arcano, Deshaun Johnson, and Chase Hodkinson as we go to the top half of the 9th inning. Arcano's first pitch from Harris. Swing, popped him up. Foul territory, first base side. Looks like room for Beck. He is there, but I don't think he made the catch. Nope, just went over the screen. So no balls and a strike on Arcano. Harris for Yakima Valley, making his first appearance here at the NWAC tournament. And right-handed hitter, or pitcher rather, easy for me to say. He'll wait for Arcano to get ready once again. Harris comes from Murray, Utah. He is a sophomore. Here comes the 0-1 pitch, and Arcano's taking for strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes on Arcano. Just starting the 9th inning here, and LCC looking to hold on and win back-to-back NWAC championships. Harris is ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Arcano's retired for the first out of the inning. For Yakima Valley pitching, 3, 4, 5 strikeouts so far. They have walked 3. They've hit 7 batters. And stepping up to the plate now is Johnson. Johnson, the excellent defensive play to end the bottom of the 8th inning. He's got the line drive that I don't think ever got higher than ankle height as he stuck out his glove, made the catch. Swing, hits it towards center field. McKenzie is there, a couple steps to his right, and Johnson retired for the second out of the inning. So 2 up and 2 down for Lower Columbia here in the top of the 9th inning. That'll bring to the plate the number 9 hitter, Hawkinson. Hawkinson today is 1 for 3. Single, a run scored in the 3rd. Walked in the 4th. Ended the inning on a fielder's choice in the 5th. And then lined out to the shortstop, his last at bat in the 7th inning. And he takes the first pitch for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes on Hawkinson. Harris is ready. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and he's taking that for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes now on Hawkinson. Harris is ready. Here comes a 2-0 pitch, and that pitch misses again for ball 3. So Harris has missed 3 straight pitches, making his 13th appearance of the year, has a record of 1-0 with an ERA of 3.85. Here's the next pitch, and Hawkinson taking for strike 1. 3 balls and a strike on the number 9 hitter, Hawkinson. Infield plays back. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Swing and a high fly ball. Right center field and deep. Long run for McKenzie. East of the warning track. He is there and makes the catch for the final out of the inning. Long run for McKenzie, but he's able to track it down, and Lower Columbia is turned away here in the 9th. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Your score, LCC 7, Yakima 3.
The Guard has over 50,000 wheeled vehicles in action. The vast fleet of Humvees, troop transports, and fuel tank trucks are always moving soldiers, gear, and equipment around the world, or delivering aid to civilians during domestic emergencies. Transport operators are essential in getting the Guard to where it needs to be.
Ready for a new adventure? Study at Douglas College in Vancouver, Canada. Take a post-degree program and launch your career, or prepare to study at top Canadian universities. Become eligible for a 3-year work visa with a 2-year program. Choose success. Choose Douglas College.
But Derek Downey is going to come in for the Red Devils as Jared Akins goes 8 innings here this afternoon, gives up 3 runs on 8 base hits. He walks 2 and he strikes out 3, and Downey on to try and nail this ball game down as the Red Devils leading by a score of 7-3. If he can get out of the inning, then Lower Columbia will win its 13th NWAC baseball championship and 2nd straight, and they're just 3 outs away as Lower Columbia leads by a score of 7-3. 7 runs, 9 hits, no errors for Lower Columbia, 3 runs on 8 hits on 1 error for Yakima Valley. They'll send up a pinch hitter for Tyler Nixon, as due up for the Yakima Valley Yaks will be Sean Simon, and he will hit for Nixon. So Jashawn Simon into for Tyler Nixon. And Simon will step on in to see Downey for the first time today. And Downey's first pitch is a strike. Simon is 1 for 1 here in the NWAC baseball tournament, hitting 1,000. Here comes the 0-1 pitch, swing, fouled away, no balls and 2 strikes. Downey here at the NWACs has gone 1 1/3 innings so far. He has allowed just 2 base hits, struck out 1, has a win and a save. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing, bounce behind the plate is a foul ball. It goes behind the catcher down to first base. Goes Simon. Apparently did not foul it off. It just got away from Hawkinson. And Simon will strike out, but it'll go down to first base on the pass ball. There's the pitch. Yeah, just got away from Hawkinson. Went right behind them both. He and the home plate umpire didn't see it. And Simon down to first base. So Downey picks up the strikeout, but down to first base goes Simon. Now bring to the plate McKenzie. McKenzie takes the first pitch for ball 1. McKenzie in the ball game is 2 for 3. Been on base 3 out of 4 times. Struck out in the first. Hit by a pitch in the second, and in the 4th and 7th came up with base hits. So he's 2 for 3. Takes the next pitch for a strike. Kenzie almost robbed of a base hit on a fantastic play by Sandstrom, but on the replay, he bobbled the baseball, and McKenzie was credited with a base hit. 7-3 LCC over Yakima. Here's the pitch. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes now on McKenzie. Nobody out in the bottom of the 9th inning for the Yaks. Tanner Parker awaits on deck. Downey is ready from the stretch. Comes home with the pitch. Check swing. Did he go? No. And a collective groan from the LCC fans as third base umpire Jim Clifford said that McKenzie held back, and the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Downey is ready. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and it hit him. Well, that's the second hit batter of the ball game by LCC. Down to first base goes McKenzie. We've had 9 different batters hit here in the ball game. 7 by Yakima and 2 here by the Red Devils. Down to second base goes Jashawn Simon. Now to bring to the plate Tanner Parker. Parker this afternoon is 1 for 4. Ground out to the first baseman, a single in the second. Flied out to the center fielder in the 4th and struck out in the 7th. So runners at first and second now for Yakima with no one out here in the bottom of the 9th, and the first pitch from Downey is low, ball 1. LCC on top by a score 7-3. Put a little bit of tension now as Yakima starting to make a little bit of noise here in the bottom of the 9th. Downey's ready. Here's a 1-0 pitch and a fastball at the knees, strike 1. Parker taking all the way, and the count evens out at 1-1. Parker is 294 here in the tournament. Left-handed batter, the shortstop. He's had a nice defensive game. One made an error, it cost him a run though in the 8th. Here's a pitch, misses outside, ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike now on Parker. Sage awaits on deck. There is activity in the LCC bullpen. Even though we're up 4 runs, there's no one out. Well, it's a great thing about baseball. It's never over till the 27th out. Here comes a 2-1 pitch, swinging a ground ball into right field for a base hit. Simon down to third base. He'll hold there as the ball's quickly got in. And now Yakima is going to bring the tying run to the plate. Parker with a single into right field loads the bases as Simon moves on down to third. McKenzie down to second. And at first base with the 9th hit of the ball game for the Yaks is Cole McKenzie. Now to bring out Eric Lane on a slow stroll out to the pitcher's mound. Simon struck out, but then the pass ball got past Hodkinson, and apparently that's unnerved Downey a bit. And I don't know if he made a a move down to the bullpen? He will. So Downey is going to be pulled as he's unable to retire anybody. He has given up one base hit. He walked nobody and struck out one. Now at the bases loaded, becomes a save situation for the pitcher coming on in for LCC. And coming on in for the Devils will be Justin Solt, the freshman from Spokane. He'll try and nail this game down. So Yakima Valley has loaded the bases with nobody out here in the bottom half of the ninth inning. And LCC is going to have to make its second pitching change of the inning. So Justin Solt will come on in and try and save this ball game, because now it is a safe situation as he'll face a tying run. Solt has pitched in 2 games so far, 4 innings pitched. He has walked 1, struck out 4, and he has a save here in the NWAC tournament. ERA of 0.00. Right-handed pitcher. Solt, as I mentioned, comes from Spokane. And he played his high school baseball at Shadle Park. And since I talked about the Husky quarterback, Jake Locker from Ferndale, I'd be remiss to not talk about Mark Rippon from Shadle Park High School, the Cougar quarterback. And still, I believe, still lives in Spokane. Now LCC trying to close this ball game out as Justin Solt will continue with his warm-up pitches. Right-handed pitcher says he's ready. Now he'll face Johnny Sage. Jashawn Simon is at third. Cole McKenzie is at second. Tanner Parker's at first, and the bases are loaded for the Yaks. And the tying run coming to the plate in Johnny Sage. Sage in the ball game is 1 for 3, an infield single and a run in the first. A sacrifice fly and an RBI in the second. Flied out to Arcano his last 2 at bats. So Sage will step to the plate with nobody out here in the bottom of the ninth inning. LCC 7, Yakima 3. Solt will work from the stretch, and the first pitch is called strike 1. No balls and 1 strike on Sage. Sage back on in. Solt is ready. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And he takes the pitch up and in for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike on Sage. You can hear the crowd in the background. They moan and groan with every pitch, either Yakima or LCC. So you can feel like a little bit of tension here in the air. Here comes a 1-1 pitch. Swinging, cued towards the shortstop. Charged there by the shortstop. Throw to first. Not in time, and a run scores. Muzzy charged it, had a quick throw to first base, but Sage with the good speed able to beat it out at first base, and the bases remain loaded, and a run is in. Simon scores from third base. Now down to third goes McKenzie, and at second baseman Parker, an infield base hit, Sage, and the RBI. It is now 7-4 as the Yaks have now gotten into double figures with base hits. That'll bring to the plate Inskeep. Inskeep, the designated hitter, swings at the first pitch, and it's foul. No balls and a strike on Inskeep. Inskeep a double with an RBI and a run scored in the first. Fouled out in the second, lined out to the second baseman in the fifth, and flied out to Sandstrom in center field, his last at bat. Solt is ready. Here's the pitch. A fastball misses high and away for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike on Inskeep. In the Devils with 5 in the third. That's been the big inning here in the ballgame. They tack on a couple more in the 6th and the 8th. Now Yakima Valley trying to rally. Swing, fly ball, right field, twisting foul and out of play. And the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Yakima Valley had the 3-0 lead after 2.5 innings of play and been blanked till the 9th inning. Now the Yaks have scored a run here in the 9th and have the bases loaded with nobody out. Their cleanup hitter at the plate. Here's Solt's 1-2 pitch. Swinging a line drive into right center field. On comes the right fielder. Andrews makes the catch. Throw back to second. Runner tags from third. He has scored and is now 7-5. Inskeep a line drive into right field. A nice grab by Andrews for the second out. So the first out rather gets the RBI on the play. One out, a throwback to second, and the runner was safe there. But McKenzie scores from third base. So it's now 7-5, and that'll bring to the plate Tyler Detlef. Runners at first and second for the Yaks as the tying runs are on base, and now the go-ahead run, and Detlef steps to the plate. Solt is ready. Here's the pitch. Fastball, swing and a foul. No balls and 1 strike on Detlef. Detlef today has a couple of base hits, single and RBI in the first. Flied out to Andrews in the third, struck out in the fifth, and a single back in the eighth. Solt is ready. Here comes the pitch, and it's a fastball high, ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike on the number 5 hitter. Wind's starting to blow my papers around. I have to hold them down now. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Good fastball in the outer part of the plate, and Detlef unable to catch up with it. So now it's 1 ball and 2 strikes on Tyler Detlef. Solt is ready. Detlef steps back in. Here's the pitch. Swing and fouled away. And Detlef remains alive at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, Yakima is a home team here. If it's able to push 3 more runs across in the inning, they win, and we'll play another game in about 45 minutes to an hour. Comes a 1-2 pitch. Curveball way upstairs. Ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes now on Detlef. Detlef hitting at .267 here in the NWAC Baseball Championships. Comes a 2-2 pitch, swing and a ground ball hit to the first base, and he'll throw it to second for 1, really on the first, not in time. So the throw to second does not allow the tying run to get in scoring position as Sage is retired 3-6 for the second out of the inning. The throw back to first base wasn't in time. First baseman was not on the bag anyway. So now there are 2 outs, but runners at the corners as Beck's coming to the plate. Detlef is at first on the fielder's choice. So runners at first and third. The tying run is at first base. So really a smart play by Beacon as he throws to Muzzy for the second out and does not allow the tying run to get in scoring position. So a base hit should only give up 1 run. A gaffer, different story, you never know. Here's the first pitch to Beck, and it misses, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes on Beck. Beck today is 1 for 4, a single in the first inning. 7-5 LCC, bottom of the ninth, 2 outs for Yakima. Beck looking to keep the inning alive. Here's the pitch, and he's taking for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike on Bryce Beck. Beck, again a sophomore, looking to keep this inning alive here as his team is down by a pair. 1 ball, 1 strike. Solt is ready. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. And now it's down to game time. Solt trying to nail it down as he's ahead on the count of Beck at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Clock at 2:59. Will it strike midnight for the Yaks here on the next pitch? Solt is ready. Here's the pitch. Swing and a bouncing ball up the first base line, foul. And the count remains at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, the Yaks, the early lead, fighting here hard in the bottom of the ninth. Still need a couple more runners, though, to tally to tie the ball game. Back to the plate is Beck. Solt is ready. The 1-2 pitch just outside for ball 2. And again, you hear fans on both sides of the dugout going, moaning and groaning and yelling as this game's gotten extremely tight here at the end. So 2 balls and 2 strikes now on Beck. Solt is ready. Here's the 3-2 pitch, swing and fouled away. And the count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Couldn't ask for anything better. Yakima was up early. Lower Columbia went ahead. Now Yakima trying to rally to perhaps tie it or win it in the bottom of the 9th and force a game 15. Beck steps back in. Here's Solt's pitch, swing, popped foul again, and that'll go out of play. And again, a good battle between Solt and Beck right now. LCC players slapping their dugout, trying to get this ball game over, wanting to have the dog pile at the pitching mound for the 2nd straight year. Solt is ready. Here's the 2-2 pitch, swing, fouled away. And the count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Got to give Beck credit. He's keeping the inning alive. Solt trying to close it out. Now the fans raising the roof once again on both sides of the press box here as Lower Columbia trying to close it out. Yakima trying to keep the ball game going. Solt is ready once again. From the stretch, the 2-2 pitch, fastball, high, ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes now on Bryce Beck. Runner at first, Detlef will now get an advantage. It will be able to take off on the pitch. So depending if Beck is able to place the ball into the gaps, perhaps we get a run scored from first. Lead taken at first by Detlef. Here's the pitch, swinging a ground ball, hit towards the second baseman. Cook's got it, flips the first, ball game over, and LCC wins. There goes the dog pile out at the mound as the Devils have won back-to-back NWAC baseball championships, and they have defeated the Yakima Yaks here in the 2018 NWAC championship ball game. Your final score, the Lower Columbia Red Devils 7, the Yakima Valley Yaks 5. The Yaks made it interesting, though, as they scored 2 runs in the bottom of the 9th inning, but Beck unable to bring in the final run to tie the ball game, and the Yaks will follow a couple runs short here in the 9th inning of play. For the Devils, 7 runs on 9 base hits, no errors for the Yakima Valley Yaks. Their final score, 5 runs on 10 base hits, 1 error, and the Red Devils win their 13th NWAC baseball championship, their 2nd straight NWAC baseball championship, their 36th win of the year, and the Yakima Valley Yaks will finish with a 44-11 record. Winning pitcher Jared Akins, as he goes 8 innings here this afternoon, gives up 3 runs on 8 base hits. He walks 2 and strike out 3. Justin Solt will pick up the save as he goes 1 inning and does not strike out or walk anybody, and he'll pick up the save, his 2nd here of the NWAC championships. Matt Driver will be saddled with the loss. So he goes 2 1/3 innings, gives up 5 runs. All 5 runs coming in the 3rd inning of play, as you see the players shaking hands, and then they will gather amongst their teammates for the final time this year, and then I believe Kirk Roller will be on the field for a quick interview. And then we'll have the awards ceremony, but we will get off the air here on 101.5 The Wave fairly quickly. We'll let Kirk have the interview with whomever he will be speaking with from Lower Columbia College. He'll have a few kids to talk to. My guess off the bat will be Jared Akins, because he goes 8 innings here this afternoon for the win. And for Akins, That is his first, his second win of the tournament. As he'll go 2-0 here in the tournament, as he goes 8 innings here this afternoon, and he'll pick up the win for Lower Columbia. So the Devils win the 2017 championship and repeat the 2018 championship. And Yakima, which won 2 years ago, will have to finish for the second place trophy, as we'll have the presentations here in just a moment. Looking out on the field, and LCC again congratulating amongst the players here. And then they will again hopefully get Kirk Rowland out there with a quick interview. And then we'll have the presentations of the trophies, all-star teams, everything that is done as they have set up the table just in front of home plate here at Story Field. So Lower Columbia goes undefeated here in the tournament, defeats Everett on day number 1, beats Spokane on day number 2, knocks off Yakima Valley on day number 3, defeats Edmonds yesterday, and defeats Yakima Valley here this afternoon. So it goes 5-0 here at the 2018 NWAC Baseball Championships, and will take home their second consecutive title. First title for head coach Eric Lane, who came on late in the year, as he, I believe, was named head coach back in November. Eddie Smith able to take a job down in Tulane, so I don't know if Coach Smith is listening right now. So I hope you're proud of the kids that you helped recruit here. And they, Lower Columbia Red Devils, win their second straight NWAC baseball championship. Well, apparently Kirk is not going to have an interview. We're going to have the NWAC presentation for the trophy, and then the all-star team selected. So what we're going to do, Chance, we're going to call it a day here on 101.5 The Wave. We'll get back to our regular program. I know we have an 80s walk party going on today. I'd like to thank Chance Buck back at the 101.5 The Wave studio for producing and directing this broadcast. Hope you enjoyed the ball game as the Lower Columbia Red Devils win their second straight NWAC baseball championships. Continue to watch and listen here on Devil Vision, here on the internet as well. Again, your final score from LCC Story Field here in Longview. The Lower Columbia Red Devils 7, the Yakima Valley Yaks 5. I'm Vern Voster. So long, everyone.
Acting head coach Cash Ulrich on behalf of the Yaks and their outstanding following. Boy, you guys travel well. Here, second place in the 2018 NWAC Baseball Championship. And well, for the second consecutive year, third time in 4 years, 13th time overall, your NWAC baseball champions in 2018, the Lower Columbia College Red Devils. Ricky Muzzy accepting the trophy for the Red Devils, and we're going to meet the entire team. Kevin Drury and Executive Director of the NWAC, Marco Azurdia, with the award to Ricky Muzzy on behalf of the Red Devils, your 2018 champions. In a moment, we'll introduce the Red Devils. We'll let Tracy Swisher of the NWAC get a team photo. And then we're going to introduce the members of the Red Devils individually for their individual awards. After we meet the Red Devil individuals in a bit, we'll also have our all tournament and our most valuable player award coming up in a moment. All right, now we'll meet the champion Red Devils individually in numerical order. Number 1, Noah Andrews. Number 4, G.J. Hurst. Next up, Trevor Perro. Blaze Arcano. Ricky Muzzy. Kyle Sandstrom. Ryan Kaiser. JT Strickler. Deshaun Johnson. Each of the Red Devils having their photo taken by our wounded warrior Kevin Drury there at home plate. Number 13, Hunter Cook. Zach Threlfall. Drew Barlow. Yancey Bird. Chase Hodkinson. Sam Trend Beacom. Justin Solt. Derek Downey. Jared Aiken. Zach Larson. Mitch Lines. Spencer Burdick. Chandler Mikulik. Travis Painter. James Grubb. And Ryan Funk. Assistant coach, he got one of these as a player just 3 years ago, Ryan Littlefield. The Red Devil pitching coach, Ian Sanderson. And the first-year head coach, he got one of these in 2010, Eric Lane. Once again, your champion, Red Devils. All right, now my pleasure to introduce the all-tournament team. Always some tough decisions. We got players from both teams here, of course. Know the Yaks are out there meeting. As we call your player's name, please come in and get your award. Some of the players, I'm guessing, have gone home. So we'll start. We're going to start with the all-tournament designated hitter. He caught one game, but he was tough as a DH at 444 of Lower Columbia, JT Strickler. The all-tournament utility player is actually doubting here, although he's from St. Helens, Oregon, and plays for Lane. He hit .556. He pitched a game, almost hit for the cycle, and that's from Lane College, Bryce Mulcahy. The all-tournament catcher, he hit .500, no errors, from Spokane, Braden Olson. To the infielders from Yakima Valley, one of the leaders with 8 hits at .500, Bryce Beck. Our next all-tournament infielder. Boy, this guy was slick at second base for the Red Devils at .421, Hunter Cook. Our next infielder was one of the leaders with 5 RBI in the championship, a .591 on base percentage. He was the MVP last year. This year he's an all-tournament infielder, Ricky Muzzy. Our next all-tournament infielder, shortstop from Yakima Valley, hit well, one of the leaders that hits, Tanner Parker. Our next all-tournament player from Yakima Valley, outfield, a .478 on base percentage, really played well defensively, the center fielder, Cole McKenzie. Another outstanding outfielder from Edmonds at .385, a couple outfield assists, played very well, Guthrie Morrison. Another all-tournament outfielder, center fielder for the Red Devils. Boy, did he do it defensively and offensively. Kyle Sandstrom. Another guy who flashed some leather in the outfield and hit well, hitting .350 from Lower Columbia, Noah Andrews. And he wasn't the only outstanding defensive right fielder from Yakima Valley, Tyler Detloff. All right, now we'll go to the mound. Pitcher had an outstanding shutout game early from Edmonds, Will Smith. Another outstanding pitcher from Community College of Spokane. He had the second most innings pitched in the championship, pitched very well, Nick Flesher. Also a pitcher, had a shutout, a 9-inning, and went the distance for Yakima Valley earlier in the championship, Alec Gomez. Guy who pitched very well in a tight win for the Red Devils on Saturday over Yakima Valley. A local kid from Kelso, and now for the Devils, Yancey Bird. The outstanding relief pitcher, 3 appearances, 2 saves. Boy, that was a strong finish today as he got the save. From LCC, Justin Solt. And the MVP of the 2018 championship, talk about a guy pitching on guts and getting stronger as the day went on. 2 wins in the title from Lower Columbia, Jared Aiken, MVP. There it is, your all-tourney team. At this time, I'd like to turn things over on the field, direct your attention to the athletic director and the tournament director, Kirk Rowland. Kirk.
Thank you very much, Dave. Appreciate that. I know the Yaks are going through all of their hugs, but I can't say enough for the Yakima Valley Yaks and the job they did here this weekend. Cash Ulrich did a great job, made everybody proud, and your staff, Tyler Von Drasek, great to see you back here home, making the home field proud, the hometown. And a special shout out to the guy who put this all together, their leader, Kyle Crustangel. Kyle, get well soon, man. You did a great job. You're putting yourself right up there with the legends at Yakima Valley. Yaks, thank you so much. Well, I've got a lot of people to thank, so folks, please bear with me, because this isn't easy, putting something like this together. First of all, I got to thank these guys right here. This guy's kind of like a son to me. He won a title as a player. He's won a title as an assistant coach. And for the first time in the illustrious history of this program, this guy has won the title as a head coach. One of the great Red Devils of all time, Eric Lane. Thank you, Eric. Ian Sanderson, can't thank you enough for all that you've done. It kind of got put on you, man, and with all the work you do at the study table and behind the scenes, that is a great, great job by Ian Sanderson. And another one of those player-coach championship guys, Ryan Littlefield, thank you for joining our program and doing such a good job. And ladies and gentlemen, we would be remiss if we didn't do a special thank you to really the guy who's the architect and put it all together and got us to this point, and that, of course, is Eddie Smith. And Coach Smith, if you're watching, back wherever you are on the Tulane recruiting trail, we cannot thank you enough for everything you've done, bringing these young men here and getting them right to where they need to be right now. Coach Eddie Smith. And I would be pretty bad if I didn't give a shout out to our other guy, Kurt Lipinski, who recruited a lot of these guys. Kurt, go Cougs. Thank you so much for everything you brought to Lower Columbia College. All right, now this press box crew, a lot of you folks see them coming and going, but they're the best in the business. Dave Andrew, who does it all up there. Yeah, now he's the best. Dave, I can't thank you enough. He was grinding over this all-tournament team, and anybody, trust me, Dave is going over numbers until the last second to make sure we get the right squad. And, of course, with his public address and scheduling everything, Dave, I can't thank you enough. Now, the guys that are the voices, Jim DeBruler, Vern Foster. I know we had Wes come in for one game. Guys, you're great. You add a lot. I mean, you give up your weekend, and I appreciate it so much. Our press box crew, Bob Rose, Reno Sweet, Keith Larson, Carol Carlson, John Edmonston, Greg Bernash. That boy, Greg. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I had someone come up to me and say, hey, man, you should take the soundtrack of the tournament and turn it and put it on a CD. Justin Ford is our music man, and how good was that guy? Spot on. Justin, thank you so much for all of your work, not only in this tournament, but for Red Devil Athletics through and through. Justin Ford's the best. Chris Garrett and Linda Manning of Topher Vision and all their camera crew people, that's pretty good. That video is pretty good. Their quality allowed us to put the replay system in this year. And so, Topher Vision, thank you so much for all you guys do. It's unbelievable. And our umpiring crew, our crew was outstanding. Tom Heiler, thank you for putting that all together, allowing us to do the replay. This replay system was done this weekend in 3 conferences: the SEC, the ACC, and the NWAC. Yeah, it's special. Thank you so much for everything. Now to the behind-the-scenes people, again, thank you to everyone. My assistant is Tracy Hilligoss. Yeah, where is Hilly? She's the best, plain and simple. What she does is she puts this whole thing together and then kind of just goes behind the scenes. But Tracy, I just want you to know, you're the best, and I appreciate you dearly. Thank you. Would also like to thank Spencer Rowland, who not only did his thing for the NWAC conference, but for this tournament here. And all I can say, hey, mark it down. Spencer Rowland is going to be a great athletic director someday in the NWAC. I would like to thank Megan Sarles, not only as our trainer, but her help with ticketing and everything. Megan, thank you so much for everything you've done for LCC Athletics. Megan Trainer, Megan Sarles. It's all about that tape. Our trainer-in-chief, Ed Ernest, Easy Ed. Thank you, Ed, for keeping us all healthy and being there. I'd also like to thank special to Harlan and Lorna Cruiser for giving up all of their time to help us behind the scenes. It's appreciated. Mickey Polis and the LCC Hoops players took on the 50-50. Thank you, fellas. Appreciate that. All of the LCC athletes and former athletes who donated some time here this weekend. Thanks to all of you. Thanks for being there. And all these Red Devil former players of the past who came back, guys, thanks for passing the torch to these champions right here. It means a lot to us for sure. The LCC Campus Services folks, you got the place looking good. We always appreciate it. We'd also like to have a special thank you to the Cowlitz Black Bears. Great food in the corner down there. Black Bears, thank you so much for all your cooperation. Jim Appleby and Grady Twait and all the staff there. Good luck in your season, which begins on Thursday. Would also like to thank the Red Lion Hotel for all their support. I'd also like a special shout out to Bill and Mary Ellen Peets. Bill is retiring as our bus driver. And Mary Ellen, thank you so much for taking care of our players. It's much appreciated. And also the NWAC staff, Marco, Allie, Tracy, Spencer, everybody, thank you so much for doing your thing. And last but not least, to our leadership, President Chris Bailey and Vice President Nolan Wheeler in charge of athletics. It starts at the top. We really appreciate it. I'm sure I missed some folks, but all I can tell you is this is an awesome thing here over the Memorial Day weekend. And I hope everybody will make their plans to do it again next year, because we're going to host it again, and hopefully we'll be going for the three-peat next Memorial Day weekend. But it comes down to the players. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, Red Devils champions.